one thing. A little presentation before the game. Thank you.
Colonial Heights. Like us on Facebook or check us out online at dancethesportinggoods.com.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Richard Bland Statesman broadcast here from Richard Bland Statesman Hall here in Petersburg, Virginia on the campus of Richard Bland College. I'm your host for this evening, Glenn Thomas, along with Fred Wynn, and we're giving you the call of the last regular season game. It's sophomore night here at Statesman Hall, and the Statesmen have a lot of sophomores tonight that they're going to be celebrating. We got DeAndre Clark, you have Javante Harrington, you have Miles Markland, you have my man Jaquan Wooten and Harrison Mitchell, just to name a few here that will be that are sophomores for the Richard Bland Statesmen, and we'll have great seasons here for the Richard Bland Statesmen. Jalen Jackson as well are the Richard Bland Statesmen as well. Tonight is sophomore night here, and the Richard Bland Statesmen will take on Wakefield Tech out of North Carolina. Wakefield Tech Community College. The Richard Bland Statesmen is coming off a big win this past Wednesday night. A great win for the Richard Bland Statesmen over the Van Granville team, Van Granville Tech team on this past Wednesday night. Richard Bland has an opportunity to improve their record tonight to a startling great season, 25-4 overall with a 16-2 record. They come into this game 24-4, 16-2 overall. Richard Bland takes on the Wakefield Tech team, who is 13-16, 9-10 overall. As leading scores for the Richard Bland Statesmen as they come into this game, DeAndre Clark leads with a 12.7 points a game. Javon Arrington with 12.4 points. The leading rebounder for the Richard Bland Statesmen is Jaquan Wooten with 9.5 points per game. Richard Bland sets the snatch number 2 right now in the Region 10 standings. The only loss they had so far has been to the Lewisburg College team. 2 losses to the Lewisburg College team. And so Richard Bland right now, you're really going to miss this sophomore class. The sophomore class of Javon Arrington. Just a few stats while they've been here at Richard Bland. Over 60 games in their career, Javon Arrington has 60 career games. Javon Arrington has scored 614 career points, 305 career rebounds, 149 assists, 70 career steals, and 11 career blocks. DeAndre Clark, while he's been here as a Richard Bland member of the Statesmen, has in 58 games, he has scored 585 career points, 207 career rebounds, 101 career assists, 69 career steals, and 4 career blocks. Jalen Jackson, in 54 games with the Richard Bland Statesmen, Statesman Hall, has scored 136 career points. He has 105 career rebounds, 17 career assists, 14 career steals, and 10 career blocks. Miles Markland, the point guard from Petersburg, Virginia, the 6-foot point guard, in 58 games with the Richard Bland Statesmen, has scored 316 career points, 97 career rebounds, 88 career assists, 44 career steals, and 1 career block. Harrison Mitchell, for 46 games for your Richard Bland Statesman, has a career 200 career points, 196 career rebounds, 16 career assists, 18 career steals, and 17 career blocks. And Jaquan Wooten, the 6'9 center from Kingston, North Carolina, as he wrapped 42 games for the Richard Bland Statesman, leaves Statesman Hall, or leaves the Statesman with 425 career points, 403 career rebounds, 31 career assists, and 30 career steals, 126 career blocks. Daly say that the Jaquan Wooten president will be missed here at the Richard Bland Statesman at Statesman Hall in the Statesman. Hey, all the sophomores are being announced right now, and they're going to be announced. We're taking a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have a little bit more here about the Statesman from Statesman Hall as they celebrate these sophomores here here at Statesman Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Richard Bland Basketball on Fox Sports Radio 1340. We'll be back after these commercial breaks.
Mimi wants you to become aware of Heritage Custom Cabinets located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. Heritage Custom Cabinets designs and builds the cabinets you desire at a price you can afford. They have a custom selection showroom to explore the way you want your cabinets made. When designing cabinets, Mimi will walk you through every detail, from the colors to the countertops to the perfect stone backsplash. She loves to design and build quality cabinets just for you. Heritage Custom Cabinets is located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. The main number is 861-5251. That number again is 861-5251. Call Heritage Custom Cabinets today to get started with your fantastic kitchen.
This is Jerry Williams, Hopewell High School class of 1964 and president of the John Randolph Foundation. John Randolph Foundation partners with local communities and organizations in Hopewell, Prince George, and the surrounding areas to support good health and bright futures. Through our grants and scholarships, we fund programs that make your neighbors' lives better. Visit us on Facebook to learn more. John Randolph Foundation, healthy communities, bright futures.
We play physical.
You're listening to Hopewell High School Sports.
Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet has an extensive inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. If you're looking for quality new or used trucks, Stroh-Snyder features the rugged Tahoe as well as the popular Silverado 1500. Stroh-Snyder offers a fantastic selection of vehicles under $15,000. Stop by Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet today, 5200 Oaklawn Boulevard near Fort Lee. Stroh-Snyder has been in business since 1966.
Where do you turn when you need help with hardware? Well, I know where I go, and that's McKay's True Value Hardware in Hopewell. McKay's has the most extensive inventory in the hardware business since 1955. If it's heating, cooling, plumbing, painting, or electrical, McKay's has it at a very competitive price, including difficult-to-find items such as wood and machine screws, stainless steel nuts and bolts, washers, filters, and hoses. Bob McKay's superior knowledge and helpful staff have what you want when you need it the most. McKay's Hardware, 416 South 15th Avenue, 458-3241.
Hello, my name is Andy Clark, and I'm an agent with Ligon Jones Insurance Services in downtown Hopewell. I'm here to tell you that at Ligon Jones Insurance, we're dedicated to serving you. You've heard all the gimmicks and sales pitches from 800 number and online companies, and we can offer all the same options such as accident forgiveness, disappearing deductibles, 24-hour claim service, home and auto discounts, and much, much more. What we offer that they can't is local knowledge and experience, a broader selection of companies and coverages, and personal service. When you call, email, or stop by Ligon Jones Insurance, you will speak to Lucky, Sherry, or myself, and you will not have to press 1 for English or wait for the next available representative. We don't just sell insurance. We back it up with great customer service. At Ligon Jones Insurance Services, we have over 60 years experience. We all live in the Tri-Cities area, and we support many different local charities. From hot dog carts to hotels, we can cover it all. So if you want better pricing, better coverage, and better service, all from a company that gives back to the community, call Ligon Jones Insurance at 458-8522 or go to www.ligonjones.com.
At Owen Insurance Agency, you're not just another number to us. We're small enough to know you and large enough to meet your insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have many available options to get you the best rate through the Hartford, Grange Insurance, Northern Neck, Progressive Insurance, or Dairyland Motorcycle. We offer great auto rates for all drivers and excellent homeowners coverage. You can also receive discounts when you combine your auto and home policies with us. Call or visit to compare. Let us do the shopping for you. Owen Insurance, 507 North 4th Avenue, Hopewell, 458-9400. That's 458-9400.
Hey, right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Statesman Hall, as we call it, sophomore night here from Statesman Hall. As the Richard Bland Statesmen just celebrated their six sophomores tonight. They celebrated Javon Arrington, DeAndre Clark, Jalen Jackson, Miles Markland, Harrison Mitchell, and Jaquan Wooten. Right now, the starting lineups are being announced for the Richard Bland Statesmen and for the Wakefield Tech Community College team. In this series, Wakefield Tech comes here to Statesman Hall with overall record 13-16 overall, and coming off their last loss, 97-97 home win, over Fairfield Tech, North Carolina Community College, February 21st, and they are coached by Andrew Wainwright. The Eagles have been led by leading scorer, sophomore Cameron Fort, who averaged 27.5 points a game, and Josh Siller, who averages 14.6 points a game. Fort ranks nationally in the NJCCA Division II scoring. Wake Tech averages 83.1 points a game while allowing 89 points a game, which allowed 89 points a game. Your Richard Bland Statesmen is the series between here. Richard Bland leads the series 5-3 with their great win coming last time they met. Richard Bland won the first meeting this season, 81-74 over Wakefield Tech on November 22nd in North Carolina, where Jaquan Wooten led the way with 18 points and had 13 rebounds, followed by DeAndre Clark with his 14 points, and freshman Ricky Hicks with 13 points and 7 assists, along with Javon Arrington, 11 points. So you had right there 5 Richard Bland's players in double figures in the last time they met. Richard Bland bench is very deep here, very deep bench by Richard Bland. Wakefield Tech only is right now dressing 6 players tonight. Wakefield Tech has 6 players on the line, 7 players, might add, 7 players tonight that are dressing for Wakefield Tech. So if there's any foul trouble, Wakefield Tech may be in trouble here throughout the remainder of this game. But the starters tonight, the starters for this game, this contest between the Richard Bland Statesmen and the Wakefield Tech starters, you have Cameron Fort, Christian Cologne, Malik Pebbles, Josh Sellers, and Shamon Coleman are your starters for the Wakefield Tech team. And for your Richard Bland Statesman team tonight, the starters for Richard Bland is Javon Arrington, Ricky Hicks, Miles Markland, Jaquan Wooten, and Harrison Mitchell, who round out the starters for Richard Bland tonight. Some of the key victory for Richard Bland is to do in each and every game. One of the things to control the ball, Fred. Make sure they have strong presence with the ball. Make sure they get the rebounds, continue to crash the boards. Make sure they continue to have their shot selection that they want. The shot selection they want, and not the shot selection that Wakefield Tech may dictate to them. And Richard Bland has to be able to protect the basketball. Don't turn the basketball over, and also hit free throws. If they hit those free throws, protect the basketball. This should be a very good contest for Richard Bland. As they won their last game, they won their last game by a score of 7, which means this Wakefield Tech team don't give up. This Wakefield Tech team are fighters, and they will fight. Richard Bland tonight dressed in the gray uniform with the gray Richard Bland emblem on both sides of the shorts. Also with white stripes, gray uniforms, green lettering tonight. Jaquan Wooten and number 4 for Richard Bland, Malik Pebbles for the jump ball as we get this contest started. And Richard Bland gets the ball and is out of bounds off of Richard Bland's early in this contest. That's the first turnover. And the ball will go to the Wakefield Tech team. 19:57 left in this contest, and the score is 0-0. Wakefield Tech takes the ball out. Number 3, Christian Cologne has the ball. Christian Cologne has the ball being guarded by Ricky Hicks Jr. Ricky Hicks right now, Richard Bland is playing a man defense as Wakefield Tech's dribble to the side corner. Number 15, Gerard Coleman, no good for 3. Rebound, Javon Arrington as he pushes the ball up the court. And we have a foul already. The referee's called a foul already. Foul on number 26. Foul on the court right now. The ball will belong to the Richard Bland Statesman here in this contest. Javon Arrington takes the ball out right side of the court. Richard Bland is working right to left on your radio dial. Ricky Hicks right now is controlling the offense for Richard Bland. Point guard with Miles Markland out there over the Harrison Mitchell. Back over the Miles Markland at the top of the key. Ricky Hicks on the right wing being guarded by Christian Cologne. Cologne has the ball. Javon Arrington drives to the basket, and it's a block shot. And it will be Wakefield Tech ball as they push up. Cologne down to Shamard Coleman. And the ball, it belongs to Richard Bland. Richard Bland ball, Wakefield Tech is off of Wakefield Tech's hands, and the ball belongs to the Statesman. Score here, 19:15 left in this first half, and we are still scoreless here at Statesman Hall. Scorers here at Statesman Hall. Richard Bland's ball. Javon Arrington with the ball back there. Ricky Hicks looking for Jaquan Wooten down low over to the side corner of Miles Markland as he kicks back to Ricky Hicks. 13 seconds left on the shot clock over the Miles Markland. Harrison Mitchell fighting position down low. Javon Arrington, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Down low to Jaquan Wooten. Wooten with the left hand baby hook in his score. Jaquan Wooten, first points of the night. Jaquan Wooten with the score for Richard Bland. Give Richard Bland the early lead, 2-0. Back up the court is Cameron Fortner. Cameron Fort with the score. He is the leading scorer with 27 points. Over that is Javon Arrington, Ricky Hicks, Harrison Mitchell fighting down low in the middle. Down to Jaquan Wooten, who goes for the dunk, and he lays it in. Richard Bland 4-2. 18-17 left here. Cologne brings the ball up there over to Malik Pebbles. Pebbles back to Cologne. Richard Bland is still playing the man defense. Wakefield Tech tonight is dressed in a navy blue uniform with white and yellow stripes down with the yellow lettering. Number 15, Shamad Coleman with the ball. Kicks it over to Josh Sellers. Sellers is stopped in the corner for three with Malik Pebbles. It is no good. Rebound. Javon Arrington. Big rebound by Javon Arrington. As Richard Bland is in transition once again. Ricky Hicks looking down low too. Jaquan Wooten. Jaquan Wooten down low and is back in the basket. The height of Jaquan Wooten is really making a difference here in this game. Jaquan Wooten with the first three baskets for Richard Bland, and the score is 6-2. All points scored by Jaquan Wooten. Deep three, and the basket ends good by number 10, Josh Sellers with the basket, and the score is 5-6. Richard Bland. 2-3 zone is being played by Wakefield Tech. Ricky Hicks is calling the offense for Richard Bland. Over to Miles Markland on the right side of the corner. Over to Javon Arrington at the top of the key. Back to Ricky Hicks Jr. Back to Rick down low to Harrison Mitchell. And his ball is blocked right there by Cameron Ford, who blocks the dunk of Harrison Mitchell. Harrison Mitchell went up strong, but as LeBron James did the other night, it was a block, and Wakefield Tech comes back with a shot. Cameron Shamad, and Wakefield Tech takes the first lead of the night, 7-6. Richard Bland looking to get the ball down low, back to Harrison Mitchell, who didn't go up so strong enough, and there's Jaquan Wooten for the follow, and Jaquan Wooten has all 8 points for the Richard Bland Statesman so far. Jaquan Wooten, 8 points. Wakefield Tech, 7. Statesman with the rebound. Miles Markland pushing the ball up the court. Over to Jaquan Wooten at the high post. Top of the key. Down low. Looking to get that down low to Harrison Mitchell. Down low back to Jaquan Wooten. And Jaquan Wooten with another basket. And that's 10 points for Jaquan Wooten, who has scored all 10 points here in the first half by Richard Bland. They're getting the ball down low to Jaquan Wooten. He is on a good pace tonight for Richard Bland. 16-15 left there. Cameron Fortner over to Christian Cologne dribbles in the middle. He loses the ball. Blues ball on the floor. Harrison Mitchell picks it up back to Javon Arrington, who pushes the ball up the court. It is a down to Jaquan Wooten. Wooten kicked it back out to Miles Markland, being unselfish here. Back to Javon Arrington, looking for Wooten down low. Down low to Harrison Mitchell. Harrison Mitchell this time finishes strong, and Harrison Mitchell scores the other points for Richard Bland. 12-7. Richard Bland 5-point lead over Wakefield Tech. Cameron Fort has the ball, who's bringing the ball up the court. Dribbles behind his back, being guarded by Javon Arrington. Steal by Miles Markland, and pushing it back. Miles Markland with the step, and he is fouled on number 10, Josh Siller. Look like Coach Moore is going to make some substitution here. Stanley Taylor looking to check into this game. As we mentioned earlier, been 5 minutes and 32 seconds left, 15:32 left in this first half. Jaquan Wooten has scored 10 of the Richard Bland 12 points. Here on Fox Sports Radio, you're listening to Statesman Basketball on Fox Sports Radio 1340. Statesman Basketball here. The first free throw by Miles Markland is no good. Miles Markland misses the first free throw. Let's see if he can make the second one to give Richard Bland a 6-point lead. Second free throw is up and is good. Richard Bland 6-13. Wakefield Tech 7. Stanley Taylor has checked into the game for Harrison Mitchell, who is gone out of the game right now. Ball is back here. Chris Cologne has the ball, pushing it up the court. Dribbling in the corner, stuck by Ricky Hicks, almost stolen by Ricky Hicks. Richard Bland right now playing a 2-3 zone. Chris Cologne drives to the middle, and his ball is stolen by Ricky Hicks. Jaquan Wooten with the ball, gives it back over to Ricky Hicks. Down to Javon Arrington, who penetrates into the basket and lays it up with the right hand. No good, but Jaquan Wooten with the rebound in the putback. Jaquan Wooten is playing like a man possessed tonight. 13 points by Jaquan Wooten. 12 points by Jaquan Wooten. We got a double dribble. We got a carry over Wakefield Tech, and that will be another turnover. And Coach Wainwright wants a timeout to speak to Wakefield Tech. 14:49 left in this first half. Richard Bland leads 15-7. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Heritage Feed and Seed has been Hopewell's lawn and garden expert for over 70 years. They say, if it grows, we have it. We also sell and service Cub Cadet, Steel, Echo, Exmark power equipment. Heritage Feed and Seed is the place to go. They are the service center for the largest equipment dealers in the area. That's Heritage Feed and Seed for all your lawn and garden needs. Located at 417 South 15th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia, for all your lawn and garden needs.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're back here. Back to Statesman Hall as the Richard Bland Statesmen lead the Wakefield Tech team 15-7. Jaquan Wooten with 12 of the 15 Richard Bland points here in this first half. Jaquan Wooten stays on the floor. We also have Robert Smith who checked in and Stanley Taylor as well. Miles Marklin takes a seat along with Harrison Mitchell. Robert Smith right now with the ball, pass it over to Ricky Hicks. As Robert Smith squeaked down the line. Javon Arrington thought about taking the three. Man defense floater into the lane. No good, but rebound. Jaquan Wooten, he puts it back, and he is fouled. Jaquan Wooten will go to the line and shoot two. That's the first miss of the night by Jaquan Wooten, but he will go to the line and shoot two, see if he can extend this Richard Bland lead, where they carry the lead right now, 15-7. Richard Bland leads 15-7. Let's see if Jaquan Wooten can go ahead and get knock these two free throws down for Richard Bland Statesman. We have the clock is out right now here at Statesman Hall, but it's back on right now. 14:28 here left in this first half. Richard Bland leads 15-7 over Wakefield Tech. Very good first half, but it's been the Jaquan Wooten show. The height of the Richard Bland Statesman with Harrison Mitchell and Jaquan Wooten has been too much for Wakefield Tech in this game, who comes in only with 7 players who have dressed and who is able to play. So Wakefield Tech, if not careful, may be a little tired into this game. Set first free throw by Jaquan Wooten is good. Jaquan Wooten hits both free throws, and that's 14 points here in the first half for Jaquan Wooten. Jaquan Wooten has been, like I said, the leading scorer so far for Richard Bland, 17-7. And it looks like Tim Bing Jr. is getting ready to check in for the Richard Bland Statesman. Cameron Shamard with the 2. 17-9. Richard Bland back up the court. Javon Arrington being guarded by Fort, who is the leading scorer. Stanley Taylor in the middle. Look like we get a travel on Stanley Taylor. The ball got tied up. Stanley Taylor with the travel. That's a turnover by Richard Bland. And surprisingly tonight, as I don't want to speak too much, but there's no fouls on Richard Bland going 14 minutes, 6 minutes into this game. Usually Richard Bland has been in foul trouble early, but no fouls tonight by Richard Bland so far. But 17-9, Richard Bland over Wakefield Tech. Tim Bing Jr. is checking the game for Ricky Hicks. Shamard Coleman with the ball being guarded by Jaquan Wooten, and Shamard Coleman with the 3, and it's good. 12-17. The Richard Bland Statesman lead by 5. Stanley Taylor for 3, and no good. Fort with the rebound as he drives to the basket. And we got an offensive charge on Fort, Cameron Fort. Stanley Taylor would have stand there and take the charge. And Stanley Taylor gets the ball. He's taking the ball out. He's bent over a little bit. Sub as Jaquan Wooten finally takes the bench. And we see Dion Joyner who comes into the game for Jaquan Wooten. Let's see which other statesman can go to the offense and score as Jaquan Wooten takes the bench for his first breather of the night. 13:29 here in the first half. Richard Bland leads 17-12 by 5. Tim Bing Jr., Stanley Taylor, Javon Arrington, and Dion Joyner on the court for Richard Bland. Down low for Stanley Taylor, who puts the ball in. Good job, way to move out the bounds for Stanley Taylor. Stanley Taylor, Richard Bland, 19. Wake Tech, 12. Wakefield Tech, 12. Wake Tech, 12. Wake Tech with the ball, pushing it up the court. Christian Cologne right now looking for number 10, Josh Sillis. Josh Sillis for deep 3 over Robert Smith. It is no good. Stanley Taylor with the rebound. Gets the ball out to Tim Bing Jr. And Richard Bland is in transition yet again. Over to Robert Smith, who drives to the basket. No good for the rebound. Gets his own rebound and the layup and the putback. And is good. Robert Smith, what a drive to the basket by Robert Smith. And Robert Smith gets his rebound and put it back. Richard Bland extends their lead to 9. 12 minutes and 37 seconds here in this first half. And Wake Tech trails Richard Bland by 9. Cameron Fortner with the ball over to Sillers. Sillers for 3 from the side pocket, and it is good. Josh Seiler from number 3. That's the second 3 of the evening. Javon Arrington back here up the court. Richard Bland, Dion Joyner, big man high on the top of the court. Robert Smith has the ball over to Javon Arrington. Down low to Stanley Taylor at the top of the free throw line. Stanley Taylor drives, right hand floater. No good, a little too hard, comes off. Christian Cologne with the ball as he pushes back up the court over to number 4. Malik Pebbles has the ball, and Shamar Cameron, who gets the ball, and Richard Bland calls a timeout. Coach Moore wants the timeout as Wake Tech takes a cup into this Richard Bland lead. 21-17 with a 9-point lead. Wake Tech has gone on a 4-0 run and has cut this lead, 5-0 run, and has cut Richard Bland lead to 4. 11 minutes and 55 seconds left here in the first half, where Richard Bland leads Wake Tech by the score of 21-7. No foul trouble right now. Fouls, Wake Tech has 3 fouls. Richard Bland has none. 11:55, Richard Bland looking to close the regular season out with the win and send these sophomores into the playoff postseason with a great record of 24-14 right now. Richard Bland trying to get that 25th win for Richard Bland as they will move to 25-14. Will be set in play second in the Region 10 comp. And Region 10 right now, Tim Bing Jr. after Coach Moore gets the guys together to give them instructions how to slow this Wake Tech down. Wake Tech offense down. DeAndre Clark is into the game. DeAndre Clark for 3, and it's no good. Long rebound, DeAndre Clark. Josh Sillers with the ball over to Cameron Fort, who looks to penetrate into the basket. Right hand layup, and it's good. Goes a right hand layup, and it's a foul on Richard Bland. Number 4, Robert Smith is being charged with the foul, and Cameron Fort will go to the game, and Jalen Jackson will come into this game for Dion Joyner. Right now, Cameron Fort and the Wake Tech team has an opportunity to cut this lead into 1, where it was a 9-point lead just a few minutes ago by Richard Bland. Now we have a 2-point lead. Free throw is up by Cameron Fort, and it's no good. Robert Smith with the rebound as he kicks it over to Tim Bing Jr. Bing Jr., DeAndre Clark for 3. No good, off the mark. Christian Cologne pushes the ball back up the court, and he penetrates, and he tries to throw it up, and it's no good. We have a blocking foul on Tim Bing Jr. as Christian Cologne did a 360 layup, but he draws the foul either way, throwing the ball up, but he will go to the line and shoot 2. Don't know what the guys in the black and white saw there, but nonetheless, it was a foul on Tim Bing Jr., and Cologne will go to the line and shoot 2, have an opportunity to tie this game up. 11 minutes and 16 seconds here, and we see Jaquan Wooten back in the game. Coach Moore wants to probably stay big tonight because Jaquan Wooten has not been able to be stopped down by him. Stanley Taylor goes out the game. Jaquan Wooten, who has 14 of the 21 Richard Bland points, is back in the game. Second free throw is up by Cologne, and it is no good. We have a shot. We have a violation, lane violation on Wake Tech, and the ball is free throw is no good. Richard Bland leads 21-20. 11 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the first half. On the court for your Richard Bland statesman, you have Robert Smith, Tim Bing Jr., Jaquan Wooten, Jalen Jackson with the ball, and it's stripped by Shamar Coleman as he pushes the ball up the court, kicks it over to Cameron Ford. Cameron Ford for 3, air ball, but the ball is stolen by number 4, Peebles, and Wake Tech takes the lead 22-21. 10 minutes left in this game, and we have a turnover by Tim Bing Jr., and the ball fall the ball away. It looks like Javon Arrington is back in the game. Ricky Hicks is up back in the game as well for Tim Bing Jr., who will go to the bench. Coach Moore has seen enough, and the starters are back in this game. We have Ricky Hicks, Jalen Jackson, Jaquan Wooten, DeAndre Clark, and Javon Arrington, all sophomores. Besides Ricky Hicks, 4 out of 5 sophomores on the court right now. Ricky Hicks is pressing Christian Cologne as he pushes the ball up. Let's see if Wakefield Tech can extend their lead. Right now, they lead by Cameron Fort. Deep 3, and it's good over Javon Arrington. Cameron Fort, that's 7 points for him tonight. right now. Wake Tech has a 4-point lead, and they on a 13-4 run. Ball back down low to Jaquan Wooten. Jaquan Wooten with the rebound. He starts where he left off at. That's 16 points for Jaquan Wooten here in the first half. He has 16 of the 23 points for the Richard Bland Statesmen. Christian Cologne comes up the ball, being guarded by Ricky Hicks. Cologne penetrates the steps, almost loses control of the ball. Over to Shamar Coleman, who tried to penetrate out. Silas, deep three. And it's no good. Jaquan Wooten with the rebound. Ball pushed back up the court to DeAndre Clark, who stopped just in short of the three-point line. But rebound, Jalen Jackson with the putback. Jalen Jackson with the rebound. And DeAndre Clark is suffering a little bit from the ankle injury, from the knee injury. He can't get the bounce that he needs. It looked like Miles Markland is coming into the game for DeAndre Clark. Richard Bland goes to a press. Over to Peebles. Peebles kicked the ball back to Silas for a three, and the three is good. Silas three. 28-25, Richard Bland trail, Wake Tech. Javon Arrington with the ball, looking down low to Jaquan Wooten, who has scored 16 of the 25 points for Richard Bland. Javon Arrington for three, and is no good. But Wake Tech with the rebound. Peebles with the rebound for Wake Tech. Malik Peebles. Good block by Jaquan Wooten on Christian Cologne. Ball pushed up to go to Javon Arrington, and he is blocked by number 4, Malik Peebles. Way up down low to Christian Cologne, over to Josh Sillers, down inside, looking to go to ball to Cameron Fort for three, no good. Rebound, Jaquan Wooten. Ricky Hicks pushing the ball back up the court for Richard Bland, who trails by three. Jaquan Wooten, Javon Arrington in the basket, and it's good. As he penetrates to the basket, this time it was not blocked by Malik Peebles, but Javon Arrington. That's 2 points for Javon Arrington tonight. His first basket of this contest. Richard Bland trails Wake Tech by 1, 27-28. 8 minutes, 18 seconds left in this contest. Christian Cologne, right ball to the right wing, over to Cameron Sherrod Coleman. Sherrod Coleman down to Malik Peebles. Malik Peebles, the ball stripped away, and Jaquan Wooten has the ball, and Jaquan Wooten slams it home for the Richard Bland Statesmen. That's Jaquan Wooten, 18 points in this first half, 29-28. Richard Bland Statesmen lead. Christian Cologne with the ball yet again in the top of the key, directing traffic. Cameron Fort sets the pick. Ball goes to Cameron Fort. Ricky Hicks, deep three by Cameron Fort. It is good. Cameron Fort with the three-pointer, and it's 29-31. Wakefield Tech is staying in this game by hitting threes. Coach Moore takes a full timeout. We're going to take a full timeout to catch our breath here on Fox Sports Radio 1340. States the home of the Richard Bland Statesmen as they trail right now. Wake Tech 31-29.
Snyder Chevrolet has an extensive inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. If you're looking for quality new or used trucks, Stroh Snyder features the rugged Tahoe as well as the popular Silverado 1500. Stroh Snyder offers a fantastic selection of vehicles under $15,000. Stop by Stroh Snyder Chevrolet today, 5200 Oak Lawn Boulevard near Fort Lee. Stroh Snyder has been in business since 1966.
Where do you turn when you need help with hardware? Well, I know where I go, and that's McKay's True Value Hardware in Hopewell. McKay's has the most extensive inventory in the hardware business since 1955. If it's heating, cooling, plumbing, painting, or electrical, McKay's has it at a very competitive price, including difficult-to-find items such as wood and machine screws, stainless steel nuts and bolts, washers, filters, and hoses. Bob McKay's superior knowledge and helpful staff have what you want when you need it the most. McKay's Hardware, 416 South 15th Avenue, 458-3241.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Statesman Hall. Here where your Statesman Hall, where the Richard Bland Statesmen trail Wake Tech 31-29. 7 minutes and 43 seconds left here in this contest. Richard Bland had been the Jaquan Wooten show. Jaquan Wooten, 18 points here in the first half of the Richard Bland Statesmen, and Cameron Fort, 10 points for the Wake Tech Eagles. Right now, Miles Markland, Harrison Mitchell, Jaquan Wooten, Javon Arrington, and the floor. And that's the first miss by Jaquan Wooten. Wooten misses the basket, but Harrison Mitchell was there for the rebound, and we have a foul on number 2 for that's Caleb Sampson. Caleb Sampson with a foul on Harrison Mitchell. Harrison Mitchell will go to the line and shooting 2 for Richard Bland. 7:25 in this contest. Let's see if Richard Bland can tie this game up. Down by 2 to Wake Tech. The Wake Tech Eagles coming to this game once again with their overall record of 13-16, 9-10 overall in Region 10. First free throw by Harrison Mitchell is up, and it is good. Richard Bland, 30. Wake Tech Eagles, 31. Second free throw up will be taken by Harrison Mitchell as Coach Moore gave some of the instructions to his guards. Second free throw is no good. Rebound, number 41, Alan Clark, the freshman, 6'3" freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina. Christian Cologne pushes the ball up the court. Cameron Ford is being guarded by Javon Arrington. Josh Siller, deep three. Deep three, and it's a 4-point lead for the Wake Tech Eagles, 34-30 over Richard Bland. Miles Martin for 3, and it's no good, but Jaquan Woofton with the rebound, and the ball is knocked out by Cameron Fort, but it'll be Richard Bland's ball. 6:58 left in this first half. Richard Bland trails Wake Tech 34-30. Shot clock resets. Jaquan Woofton with the rebound, with the lob to Jaquan, but he couldn't finish the play. Ricky Hicks for 3, and it's no good, but rebound Jaquan Woofton, and Jaquan Woofton, a long arms of Jaquan Woofton, and he puts it back. That's 20 points in the first half for Jaquan Woofton. He has a double-double in the first half, and that's another three-pointer, 37-22 for Josh Sillers. 15 points for him, all five three-pointers in the first half. Jaquan Woofton down low, the basket is good, and one. Foul on Alan Clark. Foul on Alan Clark, 22 points for Jaquan Woofton. Jaquan Woofton will go to the free throw line and shoot 1. Josh Sillers right now is on a man-possessed 5 3-pointers, 15 points. Jaquan Woofton to the line. Harrison Mitchell goes out. Ricky Hicks is in the game. DeAndre Clark comes in for Harrison Mitchell. Jaquan Woofton at the line can close this game to 2 points, 37-34 right now. Wake Tech Eagles. Free throw is off and is no good. Cameron Fort with the rebound, and he's being guarded by Javon Arrington as he pushes the ball up the court. Cameron Fort dribbling, looking to penetrate, and we have a foul on number 1, Javon Arrington, a blocking foul. That's Javon Arrington's first foul. That's the Richard Bland's third foul. 6:13 left here in the first half. Richard Bland trails Wake Tech Eagles 34-37. Ball is in around Josh Sillers for 3, and it's no good. This one is off. Jaquan Woofton with the rebound over to Ricky Hicks. Ricky Hicks pushing the ball up the court. Stopped at the top of the key, being guarded by Sam Johnson. Javon Arrington makes a 3 of his own, and the score is now tied. 37-37. Richard Bland tied up. Richard Bland and Wake Tech Eagles have Cameron Fort with the ball, and he travels this time. As it traveled too many steps, he took the ball and cuffed it and took 3 steps. This is not the NBA. He can't get those steps, young fella. You can't get those steps here on this level. But Robert Smith will have the ball. Ball will be taken out by Robert Smith. A tie score of 37-37. 5:48 left here in the first half. Richard Bland tied with the Wake Tech Eagles. Wake Tech now is playing a 2-3 zone. Ricky Hicks is controlling the offense, calling out plays. Ball over to DeAndre Clark, over to Javon Arrington. Javon Arrington looking to penetrate to the basket. Stopped in with DeAndre Clark. Deep 3 by DeAndre Clark, and it's short. Not a shooting night. Good night for DeAndre Clark for shooting. Ball comes back to him. Deep 3 again, but once you're a shooter, all you can do is shoot. And he's struggling right now. Ball will not go down for DeAndre Clark, but he's trying. Well, it's just like a hitter in baseball. Only way you can come out of it is you got to keep shooting. Over to Alan Clark. Right now, Josh Siller looked like he wanted to pull up a 3. Cameron Fort for 3. And it is good. Cameron Fort, another 3. And Wake Tech leads Richard Bland by 3. Try to get the ball down low to Robert Smith. But it's Wake Tech ball. Kicked the ball up to Chris Cologne. Cologne steps back. Looking to penetrate. Alan Clark for 3. No good by Alan Clark. Ricky Hicks with the strong rebound. Pushing the ball up the court is Ricky Hicks. Behind low over to DeAndre Clark. Looking to penetrate in there to the basket. And it's no good. And when he goes to the free throw line and shoot 2, DeAndre Clark is struggling, having some shooting woes, but he might be able to get some points here from the free throw line as Richard Bland trails the Wake Tech team 40-37. 4 minutes and 36 seconds left here at the end of this first half. DeAndre Clark at free throw line. First free throw is up, and it's good. Free throw is good. Free throw is good. Coach Moore makes a substitution. Stanley Taylor comes in for Jaquan Wooten. Tim Bean Jr. comes in for Ricky Hicks. And Richard Bland trails 37-40 over Wake Tech. Second free throw's up, and it's no good. We have a lane violation on number 5, Stanley Taylor. Richard Bland trails now 37-40. That was a foul on Stanley Taylor. Score is 37-40. Cameron Fortner with the ball for Wake Tech as he brings it up, being guarded man-to-man on Javon Arrington. Over to Malik Peoples, over to Alan Clark, over to Chris Colon. Back over to Cameron Fort for 3, and it's no good. Stanley Taylor with the rebound. Tim Bean Jr. pushing the ball up court for Richard Bland. Over to Stanley Taylor. Stanley Taylor right in front of the free throw line, no good. Chris Colon with the ball. 4 minutes, 8 seconds left, 38-40. Richard Bland trails Wake Tech. Over to Malik Peoples, back over to Chris Colon. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Cameron Fort inside the three-point line for 2. And it's good. Cameron Fort with 2. That's Cameron Fort's 15 points here in this first half. Tim Bean Jr. Richard Bland trails 38-42. Javon Arrington for 3. And it's no good. Rebound, Wake Tech. Wake Tech with the rebound. 38-42. Wake Tech is pushing the ball. Slowing it down right now. Richard Bland in a 2-3 zone. 3 minutes and 25 seconds left here in this half. Richard Bland trails 42-38 over Wake Tech. The ball is thrown out of bounds. Miscommunication by Chris Colon and Malik Peoples. And the ball will go back to Richard Bland. And DeAndre Clark takes a seat on the bench as Harrison Mitchell comes back into the game. Richard Bland goes back big as Coach Moore goes back into his height. See if he can get the ball down low to Harrison Mitchell. Richard Bland working in 3-man weave here. Look like Miles Markley may enter into this contest. Back over to Robert Smith as he penetrates to the basket with the right hand, and it's no good. Rebound, Harrison Mitchell. No good. Cameron Fort with the ball as pushes the ball up the court, being guarded by Javon Arrington. For 3, Cameron Fort, and it's no good. Rebound, Harrison Mitchell. Going back up the court, Tim Bean Jr. as he pushes the ball up the court. Javon Arrington thought about taking a 3, but he drives and penetrates to the basket, and he is fouled on number 4, Malik Peebles. This foul will go on number 4, Malik Peebles with the foul. And that's Malik Peebles' second foul. Malik Peebles' second foul, and Javon Arrington will go to the line, shooting 2. 2 minutes and 47 seconds left in this contest, and Richard Bland trails by 4. 42-38 here at Statesman Hall. Richard Bland trailed the Wake Tech Eagles from North Carolina. First free throw is up by Javon Arrington, and he misses the free throw. Still remains 38-42. Josh Siler's back in the game for Wake Tech. He has 15 points, 5 3-pointers. Second free throw is up by Javon Arrington. Javon Arrington's second free throw is good. Richard Bland, 39. Wake Tech, 42. Javon Arrington takes a seat. Mom Markland comes back into this contest, guarding Cameron Fort. Cameron Fort with 15 points. Him and Josh Siller is the leading scorers for the Wakefield Tech team. Tim Bean Jr. guarding Christian Colon. Josh Siller looking to penetrate over to Cameron Fort. He's being fouled by Miles Markland. That's the 4th team foul on Richard Bland, and that's Miles Markland's first foul. Miles Markland's first foul, 4th team foul. Wake Tech will take the ball out. Shamar Clark takes the ball out. 4. And it's a deep 3. No good by Cameron Fort. Rebound, Harrison Mitchell. Over to Robert Smith, who's put on the line, which is a 2. No good. Air ball by Robert Smith. Ball back out to Josh Siller. Stops and takes a 3, and it's no good. Air ball. Miles Markland with the rebound. And Richard Bland is pushing the ball up the court. Miles Markland, 2 minutes left here in this first half, 39-42. Robert Smith steps inside the 3-point line. Rebound. Robert Smith gets his own rebound, and the putback, 41-42. Richard Bland leads the Wake Tech team, 1 minute 55 seconds. The effects of not having a bench has really slowed this Wake Tech team down. You can see it in the legs now with their jump shots. We have 10 seconds to get the ball across the court. The ball will be Richard Bland's ball. Richard Bland's ball, 10 seconds. Now we have Jaquan Wooten back in the game. Devon Arrington, Ricky Hicks, as well as Miles Markin, the starting five that started this game, are back in the game with the last 1 minute and 47 seconds. Devon Arrington, Ricky Hicks, Jaquan Wooten, Miles Marklin, and Harrison Mitchell. Let's see what we can transpire here. Jaquan Wooten already has 22 points in this contest for the Richard Bland. We have an elbow number 1, and Devon Arrington picks up his 21. Jaquan Wooten picks up his first personal foul tonight. Richard Bland trails 42-41 over Wakefield Tech Eagles. Ricky Hicks, guarding Chris Cologne, was looking for Malik Peebles. Malik Peebles tried to dribble and penetrate into the basket over to Sherrod Coleman. Back over to Chris Cologne, who thought about taking the three, but steps inside the three-point line. And Malik Peebles is there for the rebound and the putback, and Jaquan Wooten leaves the post. Richard Bland trails by 3, 44-41. 1 minute left in this first half. Over to Devon Arrington, down to Ricky Hicks. Ricky Hicks down to Jaquan Wooten. Jaquan Wooten is fouled and will go to the line and shoot 2. 1 minute. And number 4. Malik Peebles, that's his third foul, and Alan Clark will come into this contest, a freshman, 6'3" freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina, enters into this contest. Jaquan Wooten at the line to shoot 2 for the Richard Bland Statesman. First free throw is up. And it's good. Jaquan Wooten knocks down the first free throw tonight. That's Jaquan Wooten's 23rd point here in the first half. 23 points for Jaquan Wooten in the first half. 42-44, Richard Bland. Second free throw is up by Jaquan Wooten. And it's good. 24 points in the first half by Jaquan Wooten. 43-44, Richard Bland trails Wake Tech by 1. Under 1 minute left here in the first half. And Richard Bland trails 44-43. Cameron Fort, deep three by Cameron Fort. It is good. That man right there is from deep downtown. And Richard Bland trails by 4. 43 seconds left here in this contest. Miles Marker thought about taking the three. Over the wicket, and it's stolen by Josh Sillers. Josh Sillers with the ball, looked like he thought about taking the three there. Spin to the basket and layup, and he scores on Richard Bland. 6-point lead by Wake Tech. We have a foul on number 15, Shamar Coleman. That's Shamar Coleman, first personal foul. 25 seconds left here. Shot clock is off, and Ricky Hicks will go to the line as Wake Tech, with their three-point shooting, have taken a 6-point lead over Richard Bland. These young men for Wake Tech definitely have some range. These guys go shoot a three-point from anywhere. You think you're watching Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, as many three-pointers as this Wake Tech team has put up in this first half, and they've been successful. First free throw by Ricky Hicks is good. Richard Bland, 44, Wake Tech, 49. As Coach Beverly, assistant Coach Beverly, is giving out instructions to Miles Marklin. Second free throw up by Ricky Hicks. And the second free throw up, and it's short by Ricky Hicks. But Jaquan Wooten misses the rebound, and Chris Cologne, Wake Tech, look to play for the final shot here of this half. 17 seconds. Richard Bland, Javon Arrington. Over Cameron Fort. Cameron Fort, for 9 seconds left here. Cameron Fort dribble, penetrates to the basket. And we have an offensive foul on Cameron Fort. That's Cameron Fort. That's second foul. Without third personal foul on Cameron Fort. He's in foul trouble. And Coach may have to play him sparingly in the second half. And Cameron Fort is the leading scorer for this Wake Tech team, averaging 27 points a game. But he goes to the bench. 5 seconds left in this first half. Ricky Hicks pushes the ball up the court. Deep three by Ricky Hicks. No good. And Wake Tech goes into halftime, 49-44. Wake Tech has the lead over Richard Bland with the three-point shooting. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we have the stats for the first half. And I'm interested to see the percentage of three-point shooting for Wake Tech. Well, Wake Tech has the lead 49-44 over Richard Bland, and Coach Moore cannot be happy at this halftime, as when you have Jaquan Wooten scoring 24 points in the first half and you trail by 5. Ladies and gentlemen, more Richard Bland and Statesman basketball here on Fox Sports Radio 1340 after these breaks.
And I'm an agent with Ligon Jones Insurance Services in downtown Hopewell. I'm here to tell you that at Ligon Jones Insurance, we're dedicated to serving you. You've heard all the gimmicks and sales pitches from 800 number and online companies, and we can offer all the same options such as accident forgiveness, disappearing deductibles, 24-hour claim service, home and auto discounts, and much, much more. What we offer that they can't is local knowledge and experience, a broader selection of companies and coverages, and personal service. When you call, email, or stop by Ligon Jones Insurance, you will speak to Lucky, Sherry, or myself, and you will not have to press 1 for English or wait for the next available representative. We don't just sell insurance. We back it up with great customer service. At Ligon Jones Insurance Services, we have over 60 years experience. We all live in the Tri-Cities area, and we support many different local charities. From hot dog carts to hotels, we can cover it all. So if you want better pricing, better coverage, and better service, all from a company that gives back to the community, call Ligon Jones Insurance at 458-8522 or go to www.ligonjones.com.
At Owen Insurance Agency, you're not just another number to us. We're small enough to know you and large enough to meet your insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have many available options to get you the best rate through the Hartford, Grange Insurance, Northern Neck, Progressive Insurance, or Dairyland Motorcycle. We offer great auto rates for all drivers and excellent homeowners coverage. You can also receive discounts when you combine your auto and home policies with us. Call or visit to compare. Let us do the shopping for you. Owen Insurance, 507 North 4th Avenue, Hopewell, 458-9400. That's 458-9400.
Heretic Feed and Seed has been Hopewell's lawn and garden expert for over 70 years. They say, if it grows, we have it. We also sell and service Cub Cadet, Steel, Echo, Exmark power equipment. Heretic Feed and Seed is the place to go. They are the service center for the largest equipment dealers in the area. That's Heretic Feed and Seed for all your lawn and garden needs. Located at 417 South 15th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia, for all your lawn and garden needs.
This is Jeff Butler, pastor of Hopewell's Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, and I invite you to come visit us sometime. We're a church that not only worships together each Sunday morning at 11, but on Tuesday nights serve our members and those from the community by bowling together at the 15th Street Bowling Alley from 6:30 to 8:30. The first Saturday of each month, we offer a free breakfast starting at 8:30, and each Sunday, rotating between afternoons and evenings, we offer a youth program for middle schoolers and high schoolers. We also have a preschool for ages 3 and 4. We support missionaries in Haiti and Russia, regularly support the Super Kids ministry throughout the Tri-Cities, and the Big Brother and Big Sisters program here in Hopewell. We think that the most important thing that we can do in our life is to give back to the Lord for how graciously and generously He has loved us in Christ. As we love God with all of ourselves and our neighbor as ourselves, we see lives changing for Christ, youngsters becoming mentored, the community being strengthened, and the Tri-Cities becoming more hopeful, joyful, and peaceful in the midst of the chaos of the world. I invite you to come check us out, Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, 1201 Blackstone Avenue, right here in Hopewell.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Statesman Hall here on Richard Bland, Richard Bland campus in Petersburg, Virginia. Richard Bland trails at halftime. Richard Bland trails 49-44 over the Wake Tech Eagles. The Wake Tech Eagles coming into this contest was 13-16 overall, 9-10 in Region 10. But it don't look like that way tonight. Instead, Wake Tech has some shooters on their team. They're shooting 55%, almost 60% from the field, and they're shooting 45%. That's right, you heard me correctly. 45% from the three-point line. 10 for 22. You do the math on that, ladies and gentlemen. 30 points from the three-point line, and they lead right now by 5. You take away some of those three-pointers, and Wake Tech is down by a lot in this contest. But Wake Tech with Cameron Fortner and Josh Sillers. Josh Siller has really kept them in the game. Jaden Cameron Fort, who leads NJC with 27 points a game, has 17 right now. And Josh Siller has 15 for the Wake Tech Eagles. For your Richard Bland Statesman has been the Jaquan Wooten Show. Jaquan Wooten, 24 points in the first half. Along with the 24 points, Jaquan Wooten, as I mentioned on the broadcast, Jaquan Wooten has 8 rebounds. He's 2 rebounds shy of a double-double. He had 8 rebounds for Richard Bland. And next to Jaquan Wooten, Javon Arrington has 6 points. As I mentioned earlier, it's been the Jaquan Wooten. Feed the big man down low. And Richard Bland wants to come into this contest. Coach Moore has to keep Jaquan Wooten, Harrison Mitchell, and some of the big guys on the court. Wake Tech cannot handle the length or the height of Jaquan Wooten and Harrison Mitchell. What keys to the second half for Richard Bland is to get Cameron Fort in foul trouble, who he has 3 fouls already in the first half. If he picks up the 4th one early in the second half, we'll see him go on the bench for a while, and that takes one of the shooters for Wake Tech off the floor. Richard Bland has to also have good shot selection. Richard Bland right now shooting 40% from the 3-point, from the 40% from the field, 9% from the 3-point line. They're 1 for 11. Usually they have a higher percentage. Tonight they can't hit down the long ball. Richard Bland is 1 for 11. That only 3-point shot coming from Javon Arrington in the corner. DeAndre Clark is having some shooting woes tonight as he comes off an injury He's 0 for 5 from the field. So DeAndre Clark 0 for 5 from the field, 1 point, which comes from the free throw line. Richard Bland needs to get him healthy and get him ready for this upcoming tournament. Here in next weekend, in the weekend after next for the region. Richard Bland, the quarterfinals of the Region 10 tournament will be held here next weekend at Statesman Hall, March 4th and March 5th. The first round, Saturday, game 1 will start at 2 p.m. Game 2 will be at 4 p.m. Then on Sunday, March 5th, quarterfinals, you'll have a game at 10 a.m., game at 2 p.m., 12 p.m., and the third game will be at 3 p.m. Richard Bland plays the fourth game next weekend, and then Richard Bland play the fourth game, and that game will be held at 4 p.m. next Sunday. Richard Bland plays next Sunday at 4 p.m. The team to be announced later, all determined on how this contest plays out. So Richard Bland basketball is not over for the year, but Richard Bland has to get past this one first. Wake Tech, as they trail Wake Tech 49-44. If you have not heard the big news, Darren Williams has cleared waivers and is looking to sign with the Cleveland Cavaliers. That has just made the Cleveland Cavaliers that much better going into the playoffs. A veteran like Darren Williams, a young man who was once seen as being the number 1 or number 2 point guard in the league, has now just signed with the Cleveland Cavaliers pending a physical. And once that happens, Kyrie Irving now has a suitable backup. LeBron James said a couple of weeks ago he needs some playmakers and scorers. I learned this, that when you put a player at caliber of Darren Williams on a winning team, he becomes a winner again. No longer does he have to deal with the New Jersey Nets or anybody else, but Darren Williams, if you have not heard, will most likely sign with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that may not be the last signing for Cleveland. Andrew Bogut may also sign with the Cleveland Cavaliers as the 76ers look to buy out his contract, and he also will go to waivers. But nonetheless, we back here at this contest. Richard Bland trails Wake Tech 49-44. Also this week, ladies and gentlemen, be on the lookout for the Hopewell High School Hopewell girls basketball team as they play for the state title at the Siegel Center. You stay here on Fox Sports Radio 1340 for more information. Once again, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, more the second half here from Statesman Hall as Richard Bland trails Wake Tech 49-44.
Know where to take them? Cavalli's Leather Shop and Shoe Repair, 3514 Oaklawn Boulevard in Hopewell, is the place to go. Cavalli's features a complete line of motorcycle apparel, including vests, jackets, chaps, road packets, tool pouches, and gloves. Need a patch sewn on your biker's vest? Cavalli's is the place. They also carry Western boots and hats. That's Cavalli Shoe Repair and Leather Shop, 3514 Oaklawn Boulevard in Hopewell, phone 458-2016. Open 9 to 6 weekdays, 9 to 5 Saturday. For all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting, call Ingram & Associates Real Estate at 804-458-9873. This announcement brought to you by Delegate Riley Ingram, representing the 62nd District in Virginia's House of Delegates, consisting of Hopewell, Prince George, Chesterfield, and Henrico County. You may call Delegate Ingram on his direct phone at 804-452-2202. The number again for Ingram Associates, 458-9873.
It sure was great watching the U.S. archery team do so well in the Olympics.
It sure got me excited for archery season starting October the 1st.
Come by Dance's Sporting Goods and check out our huge selection of bows by Matthews and Elite.
And any accessories that you might need. Or just bring your bow in and have one of our archery techs tune it up and get you ready for your season.
Come on, get you some.
Dance's Sporting Goods at South Park Boulevard in Colonial Heights. Like us on Facebook or check us out online at dancesportinggoods.com.
Mimi wants you to become aware of Heritage Custom Cabinets located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. Heritage Custom Cabinets designs and builds the cabinets you desire.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at Statesman Hall where the second half is off the way. Richard Bland gets the ball. Tim Bing Jr. pushing the ball to the court. Do we have DeAndre Clark, Tim Bing Jr., Javon Arrington, Harrison Mitchell, and Jaquan Wooten for the starting five for the Richard Bland. The ball goes over to Javon Arrington. He looked back over to DeAndre Clark. Down low to Jaquan Wooten. Wooten no good, but he grabbed his own rebound. Malik Peebles Ball's on the court for Tim Bean Jr. ball. Tim Bean over to Jaquan Wooten. Good scramble on the floor for Richard Bland over to DeAndre Clark, who looks to penetrate. Back over to Tim Bean Jr., who drives into the basket with the reverse layup. It is good. Tim Bean Jr. with the reverse layup, and Coach Moore starts the second half with his coat on. 19 minutes left here. Richard Bland trails by 3, 49-46. Chris Cologne drives to the basket, and he lays it up over Javon Arrington. Chris Cologne, good job. Down low to Harrison Mitchell, who lays up, and he misses the layup. Harrison Mitchell misses the easy layup. Malik. We have a foul on the floor. Malik Peebles, as he drives to the basket, foul on 21. That foul is on Jaquan Wooten. Jaquan Wooten's second foul. 18:56 here left in this contest, and Richard Bland trails by 5 over Wake Tech Eagles. Javon Arrington, front, Cameron Ford. Richard Bland right now. Malik Peebles, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Jaquan Wooten. That's his 10th rebound of the afternoon. That gives him his double-double for this afternoon. Ball over to DeAndre Clark, right corner, down low to Harrison Mitchell. Harrison Mitchell no good, but Jaquan Wooten with the tip in. And Jaquan Wooten, 26 points by Jaquan Wooten. Harrison Mitchell has to go up a little bit stronger. He has to learn how to finish. The big fella has missed 2 easy layups in this contest. Christian Long back over to Cameron Sherrod. Sherrod Coleman. Sherrod Coleman hits 3. And we have Tim Bean Jr., who's down on the court in pain. And the trainer's going to take a look at Tim Bean Jr. to see what's wrong. Look like his hip there. And he's rolling around in pain. As they tend to Tim Bean Jr., we're going to take a commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, here, Richard Bland trails Wake Tech 54-48, 18:21 left in this contest.
Ford, they have a custom selection showroom to explore the way you want your cabinets made. When designing cabinets, Mimi will walk you through every detail, from the colors to the countertops to the perfect stone backsplash. She loves to design and build quality cabinets just for you. Heritage Custom Cabinets is located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. The main number is 861-5251. That number again is 861-5251. Call Heritage Custom Cabinets today to get started with your fantastic kitchen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back to this contest. Tim Bean Jr. was able to walk off the court under his own power. We'll see and get some reports later on the state of the injury for Tim Bean Jr. But Richard Bland trails this game. Harrison Mitchell goes up, and the ball is blocked by Cameron Shamar Coleman. Shamar Coleman with the block. Richard Bland trails by 6, 48-54. 18 minutes left in this contest as Christian Cologne is pushing the ball up for Wake Tech. He's being guarded by Ricky Hicks. DeAndre Clark with being guarded over the Cameron Ford. Cameron Ford looking to penetrate to the basket, and the ball is blocked by Jaquan Wooten. Jaquan Wooten said, "Get that stuff out of here. Not in my house. You better shoot threes, but you can't come in this big man's land." Ricky Hicks there, ball guarded by Javon Arrington. We got a foul on number 1, Javon Arrington, and that will be Javon Arrington's second foul. Second foul by Javon Arrington. That's the team second foul in the second half. 17:43 left in this contest. Richard Bland trails by 6. Ball goes to Cameron Fort down low over to Shamar Coleman, who's being guarded by Jaquan Wooten. Jaquan Wooten with the block, puts Coleman with the basket. And they lead by 8, 56-48. DeAndre Clark thought about taking the 3. Throws the ball away. And Richard Bland trails 56-48, 17:22 left in this contest. Richard Bland down by 8 over Wake Tech. Ricky Hicks stopped the ball as it come across the court with Cologne. Cologne looking to get the ball to his shooters. Cameron Fort, deep 3 down over to Josh Silas. Deep 3. And we have a foul. We have a three. Well, long call. Shooting three. Coach Morris upset about the call. Looked like the referee either fell asleep or took a breath. Took a breath. And the free throws missed. 3 free throws by Josh Silas. His first one is good. Second one. The first one is good. Next in, they lead by 9. 48-57. 17 minutes left in this contest. And Richard Bland surprisingly trail. Second free throw is up and it's good. Richard Bland down by 10. 48-58. 17:04. Josh Silas is hitting his free throws. Third free throw because he was fouled taking a three-pointer. Third free throw is good. He hit all 3 pointers. All three free throws. Richard Bland is down by 11. 48-59. Number 10, Josh Silas. Josh Silas, that his second personal foul. Josh Silas' second personal foul. Ball is being taken out by Javon Arrington. Javon Arrington looks to get the ball in. Gets the ball in to Ricky Hicks. Ricky Hicks looking to get the ball down low to Jaquan Wooten, and it's no good. Couldn't get it in there. Try to force it in. Malik Peebles with the ball, and they push. And we got to travel. Statesman basketball traveled by Cameron Fort. Cameron Fort with the travel, but they nonetheless, Wake Tech leads Richard Bland 59-48. 16 minutes left in this contest, and Richard Bland pressed right now, being pressed by Wake Tech. Ball over to Javon Arrington. Back to Ricky Hicks. Ricky Hicks looking to find the ball, looking to get the ball down low. Jaquan Harrison Mitchell coming out with the pick. Ricky Hicks over, almost stolen by Shamar Coleman. Shamar Coleman with the foul. That's his second foul. Tim Bing Jr. is back in the game. Tim Bing Jr. as well as Harrison Mitchell takes a seat. But Javon Arrington, Tim Bing Jr., Stanley Taylor, DeAndre Clark are in the game for Richard Bland. Richard Bland looks to cut into this 11-point lead that Wake Tech built. DeAndre Clark for 3, and it's no good. Rebound, Shamar Coleman, as he pushes the ball up the court. Tim Bing Jr. with the foul. That's Tim Bing Jr.'s second foul. 16:23 left in this contest. Richard Bland trails Wake Tech Eagles by 11. Sophomore night here from Statesman Hall, and the crowd is quiet, and the crowd is stunned that the Richard Bland Statesmen are down by 11. We don't have a backcourt call. That should have been a backcourt call. We have a foul on Stanley Taylor. On number 5. On Stanley Taylor going to the basket. They're shooting 2. And it becomes the second personal foul. We'll be shooting 2 from the line. That's Malik People shooting 2. Now it's become personal. They have been arguing with the officials. And the officials going to explain to Coach Moore why was it a backcourt call. But nonetheless, Malik People just take at the free throw line. And the free throw's up. It is no good. He misses the free throw. Richard Bland still trails by 11. 16-14 left in this half. And left in this contest. And Richard Bland trails by 11. Second free throw up. Second free throw is good. 12-point deficit for Richard Bland. 16 minutes left in this contest. Richard Bland trails Wake Tech by 12. Looking to penetrate the ball. DeAndre Clark with the ball here. Looking to get down low. Down low to Jaquan Wooten. Jaquan Wooten with the dunk. Jaquan Wooten with the ball. Say, give me the ball. Keep feeding me. I'll put you on my back and I'll carry this team if I have to. 28 points by Jaquan Wooten. 10-point lead by Wake Tech. Tim Bing Jr. Richard Bland now with defense to turn the defense up. Oh, we have a travel. Christian Colon, the ball stuck between his legs. And he's good. Cameron Ford is telling him, we're good. We're good. 10-point lead. 15 minutes. I don't know how good that is. If you watch college basketball, you know they're a game of runs. And look like Richard Bland is starting to start of a run here. 50-60. Richard Bland trail Wake Tech by 2. Looking to get the ball down low to Jaquan Wooten, who has not been stopped all afternoon. Tim Bing Jr. Ball over to Miles Markland. Miles Markland looking to penetrate in. Gets stopped. Turn around for three by Miles Markley. No good, but Jaquan Wooten with the rebound in the put back. That's 30 points by Jaquan Wooten. 52-60. I said it a few minutes ago. He said, put the ball in my hands and I will bring you back. 52-60. 15 minutes left in this contest. And Richard Bland trails Wake Tech Eagles by 8. Ball down low to Malik Peebles over to Cameron Fortin. Over to Chris Cologne. Back over to Shamar Coleman, who looks to drive down, who loses the ball. Over to Malik Peebles. Back to Cologne. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Peebles for three. And it's no good. Air ball. The ball is knocked out. We got the ball along with Richard Bland. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout by Wake Tech. And Wake Tech is feeling it now. Jaquan Wooten, put the ball in my hands, and I will make the shot. Ladies and gentlemen, here, you listen to Statesman Basketball on Fox Sports Radio, 1340. We'll take a quick commercial break, and more with Statesman Basketball.
Hopewell High School class of 1964 and president of the John Randolph Foundation. John Randolph Foundation partners with local communities and organizations in Hopewell, Prince George, and the surrounding areas to support good health and bright futures. Through our grants and scholarships, we fund programs that make your neighbors' lives better. Visit us on Facebook to learn more. John Randolph Foundation, healthy communities, bright futures.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Statesman Hall, where the Richard Bland Statesman, the number 9 team in the nation, trails the Wake Tech team 60-52 here from Statesman Hall. Richard Bland, 14:36 and left in this half. Richard Bland trails by 8, but they only 6-0 run right now. And Jaquan Wooten has scored all 6 of the last 6 points for the Richard Bland Statesman. Jaquan Wooten this afternoon has 30 points for the Richard Bland Statesman, 52-60. Ball down low to Jaquan Wooten, but it's knocked away by Cameron Ford. Cameron Ford pushing the ball up the court. He has 20 points for him. He has 18 points himself. Ball is knocked away by Tim Bing Jr. Miles Markley with the ball as he tries to push the ball up the court. Over to Javon Arrington. Javon Arrington steps back. Ball over to Stanley Taylor. Stanley Taylor for the jumper, and it's no good. Miles Markley rebound. Jaquan Wooten, and Jaquan Wooten with the putback. 8 points so far by Jaquan Wooten on this run for Richard Bland. 8-0 run. Jaquan Wooten, 8-0 run. Richard Bland. Richard Bland. We have a foul on number 11, Miles Markley. And Deion Joyner looking to come into this game. Richard Bland has cut this lead to 6. Or as I would say, Jaquan Wooten has cut this lead to 6. And Coach Moore is going to give the big fella a break as Deion Joyner comes into this game. If you Wake Tech, you can see if you can enhance your lead while Jaquan Wooten is on the bench. But Richard Bland has stepped up their defense as well. And that comes on a turnover by Tim Bing Jr. Tim Bing Jr. over to Javon Arrington. Javon Arrington with the dunk. Javon Arrington with the dunk and the technical foul. Technical foul on number 1. Technical foul on number 1 with the dunk. And the crowd is pumped up. Javon Arrington said, I will rise on you if you don't sit down. And Javon Arrington on the fast break rolls up with the dunk. And I think Coach Moore as well picked up the tech, and the crowd is letting them know that's a lot of BS that the officials call in this game. Is a lot of BS as the crowd is letting them know. But nonetheless, we have Cameron Ford at the line shooting the foul shot, the technical, and it's up, and it's good. 61-56. He has one more shot. It was 2 technical fouls called. And so, second free throws up, and it was good. And the ball is being taken out. 56-61. 5-point lead for the Wakefield Tech team. And the Richard Bland Statesmen are motivated. Even now, coming down, they was down by 11, but it's been energized by Javon Arrington's dunk as well as Jaquan Wooten in this contest. The crowd woke up now, yelling defense. You hear it now in my earset as this crowd here at Statesman Hall is yelling defense. Chris Cologne passed the ball to Shamar Coleman. Shamar Coleman being guarded by Tim Bing Jr. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Cameron Ford. And we get a travel ball from Cameron Ford. That's another turnover by Wake Tech. And look like the crowd is giving Cameron an earful. Stanley Taylor takes the ball out. Richard Bland has an opportunity to close this lead even more. DeAndre Clark looking to check back into this game. Stanley Taylor, free throw line, down low to Deion Joyner. Deion Joyner, good pass by Stanley Taylor. The big men are taking control of this game. 58-61. Richard Bland trails Wake Tech by 3. Chris Cologne, steal by Tim Bean Jr. Tim Bean takes the ball. Behind the back, down low to Stanley Taylor. Stanley Taylor with the ball. Technical foul for slapping the backboard. Technical foul for slapping the backboard after a dunk. I guess you can't slap the backboard as a dunk. Richard Bland has to work their way all the way back. Trailed now by 1, 60-61. But Cameron Ford is at the line shooting the free throw. Technical violation. And the technical free throw is good. He will shoot one more. The ball goes out. He only gets one foul shot. One shot. Richard Bland trails by 2. All the momentum now back on the side of the Statesman as they work their way back from a deficit of 12 points. 60-62 now. 12 minutes left in this Holland game. And Jaquan Wooten is back in the game for your Statesman. Jaquan Wooten, Deion Joyner, Miles Markley, DeAndre Clark, and Tim Bing Jr. are in this contest for Richard Bland. Steal by DeAndre Clark. And he reverse layup, no good. Tim Bing Jr. with the push-off for the rebound. That's Tim Bing Jr. That's a foul on Tim Bing Jr. That's Tim Bing Jr.'s 3rd foul. Third foul for Tim Bing Jr.'s 8th team foul. And they will go to the line right now. Shooting a 1-and-1. 1-and-1 right here, settling down. The emotion of the crowd, the team players separating Jaquan Wooten and Cameron Fort right now. Separate Jaquan Wooten and Cameron Fort. Fort is going to the line to shoot free throws. The big fella has to be careful here. Coach Moore wants an explanation of what's going on. He's telling all his players to make sure you stay on the bench and stay where you're at. And he's telling them to be quiet and tough. And they try to calm these players down. 2-point lead. The game is getting a little bit physical here. 12:25 left in this game. Cameron Fort is at the free throw line again to shoot free throws. He has 20 points in this game. Free throws up, and it's good. And they extend Wake Tech's lead 63-60, 12:25 in this contest. Emotions are getting high on both sides. The referees trying to calm everyone down. They play. No one wants to get ejected out of this contest heading into tournament play for the Region 10. Second free throws up, and it's good. 4-point lead for Wake Tech. Tim Bing Jr. now pushing the ball up the court. Wake Tech has extended their lead back. The 4th floater by DeAndre Clark. Air ball by DeAndre Clark, who's been complaining by being pushed in the back. Chris Cologne with the ball over to Cameron Fort. Started Cameron Fort inside. Josh Silas for 3. Josh Silas for 3. The lead is back up to 7. Richard Bland needs to just play the game, and stop worrying about fouls or the referees and get back in this contest. 67-60, 11 minutes and 54 in this contest. Richard Bland trails Wake Tech. Game of runs. Balls down low to Jaquan Wooten. Jaquan Wooten. That's 34 points for Jaquan Wooten. 62-67. Chris Colon bring the ball up, looking. Malik Peebles looking to drive to the basket. And he's fouled by number 11, Miles Markland. Miles Markland foul, and Malik Peebles will go to the line. And shooting one is 1-1 right now. Statesmen have 9 fouls. Those technicals did not help in this 1-1 situation. They have picked up 3 technical fouls in this half alone. And the referee's telling the players, telling Coach Wainwright to tell his players to calm down or they will be tossed out of this game. They need to calm down. But nonetheless, Malik Peebles is at the free throw line to try to extend this Wake Tech Eagles game lead. Free throws up, it is good. 68-62. Full timeout. Coach Wainwright, we're going to take a full timeout as well. Ladies and gentlemen, you listen to Statesman Basketball here on Fox Sports Radio 1340 and FoxSportsRadio1340am.com.
We play physical. You're listening to
Joe Snyder Chevrolet has an extensive inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. If you're looking for quality new or used trucks, Joe Snyder features the rugged Tahoe as well as the popular Silverado 1500. Joe Snyder offers a fantastic selection of vehicles under $15,000. Stop by Joe Snyder Chevrolet today, 5200 Oaklawn Boulevard near Fort Lee. Joe Snyder has been in business since 1966.
Where do you turn when you need help with hardware? Well, I know where I go, and that's McKay's True Value Hardware in Hopewell. McKay's has the most extensive inventory in the hardware business since 1955. If it's heating, cooling, plumbing, painting, or electrical, McKay's has it at a very competitive price, including difficult-to-find items such as wood and machine screws, stainless steel nuts and bolts, washers, filters, and hoses. Bob McKay's superior knowledge and helpful staff have what you want when you need it the most. McKay's Hardware, 416 South 15th Avenue, 458-3241.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here in the second half of this basketball game where the Wake Tech Eagles lead Richard Bland 68-62. 11:26 left in this contest. Richard Bland had cut the lead into 1, 60-61. But a technical foul by Jaquan Wooten, by Miles Markland has allowed Wake Tech to get their energy back into this game and had scored a lot of points from the free throw line in the second half. But Malik Peebles at the free throw line to try to shoot to make the second of 1-1. Free throw shoots good, and it's good. 69-68, 7-point lead by Wake Tech, 69-66. 11-minute full court press by Wake Tech. Ball down low to Deion Joyner. Deion Joyner with the dunk. With the slam, 5-point lead. Wake Tech, 64-69. Richard Bland also battles yellow defense. Shamar Cam Coleman. Ball's knocked away by Deion Joyner. Could not get picked up by Robert Smith. Cameron Jones is being guarded. Deep three. Air ball. Jaquan Wooten with the rebound. Miles Markland pushing the ball up the court. Looking to penetrate and go to the basket. Miles Markland all the way coast to coast. 66-69. 10 minutes left in this contest. Richard Bland trail by 3. Man-to-man defense by Richard Bland. Down low to Cameron Ford. On number 2, the foul is on number 21. Jaquan Wooten blocking the arm. Third personal foul. Team 10th foul. Double bonus. Cameron Ford will be the free throw line shooting 2. Then we at the free throw line all the way the rest of this contest shooting 2 as Richard Bland trails by 3, 69-66. First free throws up, and it's no good. It is off by Cameron Ford. Javon Arrington comes in from Miles Markland, who scored the last points for Richard Bland. Second free throw by Cameron Fort. Cameron Fort tonight has 22 points for the Wake Tech Eagles. Josh Siller has 23 points. They have really kept the Wake Tech Eagles in the game. Both free throws are missed by Cameron Fort. Ball over to Deion Joyner. Back to Ricky Hicks. Ricky Hicks loses the ball, but Deion Joyner was there to help out. Ball to Javon Arrington, who dribbles to the basket and lays it in. 1-point lead 1 point lead by Wake Tech. Wake Tech 69, Richard Bland 68. 10 minutes left in this contest. Jamar Cameron with the ball being guarded by Javon Arrington. Richard Bland is in a 2-3 zone. Deep three. And the basket is good. Ball on Dion Joyner. Three-pointer is good. And we're shooting 2 shots by Cameron Front. Richard Bland closed the lead into 1. Now the three-pointer by Josh Sillers is good. The three-pointer is good, but there was a foul on the play as well. And so now Cameron Front will go to the line shooting 2 to extend his lead even more. Free throws up, and he's good. He missed another free throw. Richard Bland leads now. Richard Bland trails 68-72. 9:55 in this contest. Jay Corwin goes to the bench to get a breather. Harrison Mitchell's in the game. Harrison Mitchell, Dion Jordan, Javon Arrington, Ricky Hick, and Robert Smith are in the game for the Richard Bland Statesman. Free throw by Cameron Front is no good. He missed the last 4 free throws, and Richard Bland is still in this contest. 68-72, down by 4. Javon Arrington with the floater, no good. Back up, no good, is short. Javon Arrington short, rebound Malik Peebles, 72-68. 4-point lead for Wake Tech. Allen Clark, deep three, no good, rebound Dion Joyner. Coach Wade Wright saying that was a terrible shot. Javon Arrington goes to the basket, and he is fouled. Javon Arrington will go to the line and shoot 2. Let's see if Javon Arrington can hit this Cameron Fort. That's his 4th foul. 4th foul on Cameron Fort. Let's see if Coach Wainwright will take Cameron Fort out of this game. But that's Cameron Fort's 4th foul. And he has 22 points. Javon Arrington on the free throw. And it's good. Javon Arrington hits the free throw. Jalen Jackson comes into this game. Jalen Jackson into this game. Javon Arrington with his 2nd free throw. Let's see if the 2nd free throw for Javon Arrington is good. 2nd free throw for Javon Arrington, and he makes it, and he sinks it. 70-72. Richard Bland down by 2. Full court press by Richard Bland. Steal by Robert Smith. Foot was on the line. Robert Smith, the ball will go to Wake Tech. Robert Smith, foot was on the line. Wake Tech with the ball. Ball will be taken out by Cameron Ford, who's playing with 4 fouls. Coach Wainwright is going to stay with Cameron Ford. He's going to ride it. 22 points. Why not? 22 points. 9 minutes left in the game. Will be. Don't want your leading scorer to foul out the game. That's a foul on number 1, Javon Arrington. Cameron Ford goes to the line. He's playing with 4 fouls. He has opportunity to extend his lead to 4. He has missed his last 4 free throws from the line. Let's see if Cameron Ford can knock these in and to give the Eagles in their lead. Free throw by Ford. It's good. Ford has just missed 5 free throws in a row, and he can't believe it. 5 consecutive free throws by Cameron Ford have been missed. Cameron Ford at the free throw line again. Let's see if he can make this free throw. Free throws up, and it's no good. 6 consecutive free throws by Cameron Ford is missed. Travel by Robert Smith, no foul. No foul, and the ball will belong to Wake Tech, where Richard Bland trails 70-72. 9:06 left in this contest. Richard Bland has clawed their way back, has been down by many as 12, but right now by 2. 70-72, Richard Bland trails. Ball knocked away by Harrison Mitchell. Over, and it's Robert Smith. Throws the ball right back away to Wake Tech as Josh looks free. No good, but Cameron Ford knocks to put the ball back in the basket. Lead at 4, 74-70. So DeAndre Clark with the ball, right wing. Down to Harrison Mitchell. Harrison Mitchell over to Robert Smith. Robert Smith back to Mitchell at the top of the key. Over to DeAndre Clark. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. He gets a pick. DeAndre Clark for 3. It is good. DeAndre Clark for 3. He's had it. About time I can take a shot. He has been 0 for 5 up to that. But DeAndre Clark with the big 3 As I said earlier, shooters just have to shoot their way out of it, just like hitters in baseball. By Sillers. Josh Sillers, no good. 73-74, Richard Bland. Ricky Hicks with a floater, no good. Ricky Hicks, Cameron Fort with the rebound. He fixed his headband, and there's no travel, and he cannot see it. Hitting the eye, he didn't see it. Cameron Fort. Foul on DeAndre Clark. Foul on DeAndre Clark. And Cameron Ford will go to the line. He's 0 for 6 for his last 6 free throws. Had an opportunity to extend the lead for the Eagles, but he has been unsuccessful to do so. Free throw is up by Cameron Ford. And it's good. He's 0 for 7, as they will say on the court. The ball don't lie. The ball don't lie. He's 0 for 7 for the free throw line. As this is his last 7 shots, he is having a terrible time here at the free throw line. Down the stretch, had opportunity to extend the lead for Wakefield Tech, and to extend it now, Richard Bland trails by 1. Free throw, it is good. Cameron Fort, 1 for 8 for his last 8 free throw shots, and Wake Tech leads by 2. DeAndre Clark with the ball. We have a foul down low. 34, Jalen Jackson. Jalen Jackson for a personal foul. And Coach Wainwright wants to know how many timeouts he has. Richard Bland down by 2. Foul was away from the ball. Cam, that's an offensive foul on number 0. Foul on Malik Peebles. Well, that's his 4th personal foul. That's 4 fouls on Malik Peebles. It's okay. Jaquan Wooten comes back into the game. Jaquan Wooten, Jalen Jackson, Tim Bing Jr., DeAndre Clark, and Miles Markland are in the game for Richard Bland. Richard Bland, they go down low to Jaquan Wooten, may be able to take the lead at Tim Bing Jr., but it's being guarded by Cologne, blocked by Jalen Jackson over to DeAndre Clark for 3. No good, but rebound. And it's a foul on Malik Peebles. And that's Malik Peebles' 5th foul. And he will go to the bench. 5 fouls on Peebles. And Shamar Coleman comes back into the game. And Shamar Coleman comes to the game. Richard Bland takes the ball out underneath their basket, which is on the right side of this court. The right side basket belongs to Richard Bland. Tim Bing Jr. takes the ball out, looking to get the ball to Jaquan Wooten, who gets the ball in. The ball to Jaquan Wooten, and the game is tied. The game is now tied, 75-75. 7 minutes left in this contest, and Richard Bland has clawed their way all the way back to this contest. Ball is out on Shamar Cameron's face, hit him in the nose. Ball thrown by Cameron Fort as he tried to penetrate into the basket. Turnover, Wake Tech Eagles. Richard Bland has opportunity to take the lead. Ball down low to Jaquan Wooten. Coach Moore is upset, telling Tim Bing, why throw it from half court when you get a little bit closer and get the ball down low to Jaquan Wooten. 75-75, 6 minutes left. The crowd is screaming defense. We're seeing if Richard Bland will be able to continue to cut into this lead. Ball is tipped out of bounds. Richard Bland. Josh Sillers penetrates to the basket and knocks it out of bounds by Jalen Jackson. Christian Cologne takes the ball out of bounds underneath the left basket, and Jalen Jackson takes the seat on the bench. Jalen Jackson takes a seat. Stanley Taylor's back into this game. Josh Hill is back there with the camera. Shamar Coleman. Shamar Coleman looking to penetrate over Christian Cologne. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Alan Clark. Deep 3 by Alan Clark. Alan Clark with the 3. Richard Bland, 75. Wake Tech, 78. Richard Bland looking to get the ball down low to some of the big men. We have a timeout, Coach Moore. With that timeout, 30-second timeout, we're going to take a timeout as well. Richard Bland, Statesman, trail, Wake Tech, 78-75. And we'll be back after this break.
Hopewell's lawn and garden expert for over 70 years. They say, if it grows, we have it. We also sell and service Cub Cadet, Steel, Echo, Exmark power equipment. Hairtech Feed and Seed is the place to go. They are the service center for the largest equipment dealers in the area. That's Hairtech Feed and Seed for all your lawn and garden needs. Located at 417 South 15th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia, for all your lawn and garden needs.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Statesman Hall. As the Richard Bland right now is being shocked by the Wake Tech Eagles, 78-75. The Wake Tech Eagles lead your Richard Bland Statesman. 6 minutes and 16 seconds left in this contest. And Coach Moore and the guys, Coach Moore called a 30-second timeout to see if he can get the ball down low, see if he can get the ball to Jaquan Wooten or any other Statesman. Jaquan Wooten in this game right now tonight for the Richard Bland Statesman have 36 points. DeAndre Clark ball into Tim Bing Jr. Tim Bing Jr. is running the point guard right now, running for the Richard Bland Statesman, being guarded by Chris Cologne. Balls down low to Stanley Taylor. 3 by Miles Marklin, and it's no good. Rebound Stanley Taylor, and he can't sink the ball back in. Foul is on number 41. Alan Clark picks up the foul. That's his second personal foul for Alan Clark. And Stanley Taylor will go to the line shooting 2 as Richard Bland trails 78-75. Stanley Taylor looking to sink these free throws. Big down the stretch here. Free throw is up by Stanley Taylor, and it rings out, and it's no good. No good, 75-78. Wake Tech still leads Richard Bland by 3. Second free throw by Stanley Taylor will be underway. Let's see if Stanley Taylor can knock this free throw down, which will close Richard Bland in 2 by 2. Second free throw's up, and it's good. Stanley Taylor takes the second free throw. 76-78, 6:03 left in this contest, and Wake Tech leads Richard Bland by 2. Alan Clark with three-pointer wing. Back over Chris Cologne at the top of the key. Tim Bing Jr. fronting Chris Cologne over down to Jamar Colin. Ball is knocked away by Jaquan Wooten. Tim Bing Jr. pushing the ball up the court. And he dribbles and he penetrates the ball, and he's fouled by Alan Clark. Tim Bing Jr. will go to the line and shoot 2, and that's Alan Clark's third personal foul. Tim Bing Jr. has the opportunity to tie this game up at 78. 5:41 left in this contest, and Richard Bland trails by 2. Tim Bing Jr. at the free throw line. Free throw is up, and it's good by Tim Bing Jr. Good stroke by Tim Bing. 77-78. Richard Bland trails by 1. 5:41 in this contest, and Richard Bland trails the Wake Tech Eagles. Second free throw's up, and it's no good. But rebound, Stanley Taylor with the rebound. Stanley Taylor kicks the ball out to Tim Bing Jr. Richard Bland has the opportunity to take the lead. Ball is down low, blocking on Cameron. That's on number 0. Cameron Fort. Cameron Fort is out the game. Cameron Fort out the game. Coach Moore was telling him it was a good game. 25 points for Cameron Fort. He doesn't want to hear that. He's out the game, and Richard Bland leads. Jaquan Wooten has the opportunity to go to the line and take the lead. The leading scorer for Wake Tech out the game. And now the score is tied, 78-78. And your leading scorer is out of the game for Wake Tech, and that may be the turning point in this contest that Richard Bland's need. 5:32 here. Second free throws up by Jaquan Wooten, and it's good. Jaquan Wooten, 38 points tonight for Richard Bland, 79-78. Richard Bland by 1. We have a full timeout. Full timeout by Wake Tech. We will take a commercial break as well. Richard Bland now leads 79-78. 5:20 left in this contest. Right back.
The pastor of Hopewell's Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, and I invite you to come visit us sometime. We're a church that not only worships together each Sunday morning at 11, but on Tuesday nights serve our members and those from the community by bowling together at the 15th Street Bowling Alley from 6:30 to 8:30. The first Saturday of each month, we offer a free breakfast starting at 8:30, and each Sunday, rotating between afternoons and evenings, we offer a youth program for middle schoolers and high schoolers. We also have a preschool for ages 3 and 4. We support missionaries in Haiti and Russia, regularly support the Super Kids ministry throughout the Tri-Cities, and the Big Brother and Big Sisters program here in Hopewell. We think that the most important thing that we can do in our life is to give back to the Lord for how graciously and generously He has loved us in Christ. As we love God with all of ourselves and our neighbor as ourselves, we see lives changing for Christ, youngsters becoming mentored, the community being strengthened, and the Tri-Cities becoming more hopeful, joyful, and peaceful in the midst of the chaos of the world. I invite you to come check us out, Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, 1201 Blackstone Avenue, right here in Hopewell.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Statesman Hall, where the Richard Bland Statesmen have come and clawed and fought their way back to a 79-78 lead over Wake Tech. 5:20 left in this contest. Wake Tech's ball. Richard Bland down by 1. Give you a recap. The leading scorer for Wake Tech, Cameron Fort, has fouled out of the game. The second leading scorer for Wake Tech has 4 fouls as well. Christian Colon drives the ball to the basket over to Sam Johnson. Johnson ball stripped away, but Jaquan Wooten's on the floor. Jaquan Wooten calls a timeout. Timeout by Jaquan Wooten. Let's see what the referee gives him the time ball. Rod Reed gives it a jump ball, and it will belong to Richard Bland. And the ball will belong to Richard Bland either way. Jump ball. Richard Bland's ball. No timeout is charged to Richard Bland. 5:06 in this contest. 79-78. Your Richard Bland Statesman lead Wake Tech. Stanley Taylor takes the ball out for Wake Tech. Jaquan Wooten takes the ball out for Wake Tech. Tim Beaton Jr. With the ball now. Tim Beaton Jr. with the ball, bringing it up the court for Richard Bland. Richard Bland has the opportunity to extend their lead, 79-78. 5 minutes and 2 seconds left in this contest. Richard Bland, DeAndre Clark, and the wing. Ball over to DeAndre Clark in the wing. Back over to Miles Markman. Miles Markman over to Tim Beaton Jr. Tim Beaton Jr. for 3. And it's good. Tim Beaton Jr. hits the three-pointer. Richard Bland with a 4-point lead, 82-78. And all Malik Peebles and Cameron Fort can do is watch this contest. Josh Sellers is still on the court. Deep 3 for Josh Sellers. And it is good. This young man is hitting three-pointers for 29 points, 82-81. Richard Bland over Wake Tech. Ball down low to Jaquan Wooten. Jaquan Wooten with the basket. That's 40 points for Jaquan Wooten. 84-81. Richard Bland leads by 3. Chris Colon bringing the ball up. Being guarded by Tim Beaton Jr. Richard Bland is playing a 1-2-2 defense. Looking to set the pick is Josh Sellers over to Alan Clark. Alan Clark looking to penetrate. The ball knocked away off Alan Clark's foot. DeAndre Clark may not be scoring, but he definitely knocked the ball away from Alan Clark. And Tim Beaton Jr. has the ball. Pushing the ball up the court. It's Tim Beaton Jr. over to Miles Markland. Looking to get the ball down low. DeAndre Clark ball now. Hold back over to the wing. Down low, Stanley Taylor. Stanley Taylor with the layup. Stanley Taylor with moving without the ball. 5-point lead for Richard Bland. Wake Tech. Deep 3 by Josh Sellers. No good. Wait. DeAndre Clark, Tim Beaton Jr. Jaquan Wooten, ball over to DeAndre Clark. Looking at Stanley Taylor, top of the free throw line. No good. Jaquan Wooten with the ball. Grabs his own rebound. He goes up strong, and he's fouled by Alan Clark. Alan Clark with the foul. There'll be no more substitutions for Wake Tech from this point. They have nobody else on the bench. So Alan Clark picks up his 4th foul. If there's another foul by Alan Clark, they'll be down to 4 players. We saw this a couple of weeks ago with the Pitt County team. When they towards the end of the game, 1 minute left in the game, the last player fouled out the game. And it was four players that had played the last minute with 4 players, but that game was already out of hand by that time. But Jaquan Wooten misses the free throw on the one and misses the free throw on the 2 baskets. Second free throw's up, and Jaquan Wooten misses that one as well. 5-point lead for Richard Bland. Chris Cologne with the ball. Over to Shamar Coleman. Shamar Coleman back to Cologne. Cologne, Josh Ellis being fronted by Tim Bean Jr. Sam Johnson. Foot is on the line. Ball belongs to Richard Bland. Deion Joyner will come in for Jaquan Wooten. 2 minutes and 57 seconds left in this contest. 86-81. Richard Bland. Richard Hicks is back in the game. Ricky Hicks is back in the game with DeAndre Clark. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left. Richard Bland is up by 5. Ricky Hicks bringing the ball up the court. Calling out the plays. Over to Tim Bean Jr. Back to Ricky Hicks. Down, looking to get the ball down low to Harrison Mitchell. Down low to Deion Joyner. And the ball is knocked away. Ball is knocked away by Alan Clark, the 6'3 freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina. 86-81. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Harrison Mitchell with the ball down low. Try to go up and no good. But Deontay Joyner, no good. And we have a foul on Harrison Mitchell over the back. Foul on Wake Tech, blue 10. That ball is Josh Sillis, who undercut Jaquan Harrison Mitchell. I thought it was going the other way. Harrison Mitchell over the back. But nonetheless, that's third foul on Josh Sillis. Sillis with 29 points in this contest. A majority of those coming from the three-point line. 2 minutes and 31 seconds, 86-81. Coach Wainwright does not agree with this call. Either does the Wake Tech bench, who looks disappointed right now that they have blew 11-point lead over Richard Bland. Free throws up by Harrison Mitchell, and Harrison Mitchell sinks the free throw, and that's Harrison Mitchell's 4th point of this contest. So let's see if Harrison Mitchell and Richard Bland extends the lead. 87-81, 2:31 left in this contest. Second free throw is up, and it is good. Harrison Mitchell takes the second free throw and kisses and look up. Harrison Mitchell's 5 points in this game. 12 points by Jawan Arrington. 6 points by Tim Bean Jr. Josh Sillis dribbles into the basket. Sam Johnson for 3, and it's no good. Rebound, Tim Bean Jr. Tim Bean Jr. bring the ball to the court. Look like Jaquan Wooten's back in the game. And another turnover by Tim Bean Jr. Jaquan Wooten will come into the game for Deion Joyner. Got a Wooten, got a rest. DeAndre Clark comes in for Tim Bean Jr. 2 minutes and 8 seconds in this contest. Richard Bland leads 88-81. Chris Cologne drives to the basket, no good. Rebound, Jaquan Wooten with another rebound. Ricky Hicks with the ball. Javon Arrington thought about pull number 3. No need over to DeAndre Clark. 1 minute, 47 seconds left in this contest. Ricky Hicks, 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Down low to Jaquan Wooten. Ball's knocked away by Alan Clark. Christian Cologne pushes the ball up the court. Stolen by Ricky Hicks. Ricky Hicks steals the ball. Goes to the basket, and it's fouled by Sam Johnson. That's Sam Johnson, number 2. That would be Sam Johnson, first team foul. Caleb Sampson, that would be his second foul on Caleb Sampson. Ricky Hicks will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. Free throw by Ricky Hicks is up and it's good. Right now, 89-88, Richard Bland leads by 8. Richard Bland has really clawed their way back into this contest, leading by 8, 1 minute, 33 seconds. The sophomores of this game, sophomore night here, Butcher ran Statesman Hall as Ricky Hicks hits both free throws. It is a 9-point lead for Richard Bland, 90-81. Your Statesman, Christian Cologne with the ball now, looking to take a 3 or looking to drive to the basket. Drive back over, stolen by DeAndre Clark, who streaks down the court. And he lays it in. DeAndre Clark lays it in, 92-81. 11-point lead for Richard Bland. Ties have slowly turned at the 5-minute mark since Cameron Fort had went out of the game. Alan Clark for 3. Good Clark by Alan Clark. Malik Peebles cheering on, but it's too little too late. Under 1 minute, 92-84. Richard Bland's basketball. 22 seconds on the clock. Shot clock. 47 seconds on the regular clock. Big ball off the loan. Ball is out of bounds. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 39 seconds on the regular clock. And in the game clock, Mom Marklin comes in for Ricky Hicks, who loses the ball on the floor. Javon Arrington takes the ball out of bounds, being pressured right now. Pick the ball with DeAndre Clark. DeAndre Clark to Javon Arrington. 8 seconds on the shot clock. He drives down low. Jaquan Wooten with the dunk from Javon Arrington. 94-84. 31 seconds left in this contest. A differential of 3 seconds on the shot clock. And Richard Bland now leads by 10. Stolen. Harrison Mitchell with the ball. Pushes and drives down the court. It's a big man. Foul on Harrison Mitchell with the right hand push off. Big man push off. Look a little. And if you can imagine Shaq driving on a fast break, running the ball down the court. That's what Harrison Mitchell was. Shaq going down the court, dribbling the ball. But the big Aristotle got hands. The big Aristotle, Big Daddy, Shaq Diesel. But nonetheless, turnover on ball. Richard Bland will escape here with a win over Wake Tech. Wake Tech gave Richard Bland all they can handle for 35 minutes in this contest. But nonetheless, the game is over. Richard Bland Statesmen get the win, 94-86 in this contest. Wake Tech Eagles came to play. Their 9-10 record is not indicative of a good game here tonight. Coach Moore shaking the players' hands. Let's see if there's an apology here. Josh Hiller, good job. And emotions got the best of them. Good game there. Hey, good game there by Cameron Fort. Wake Tech, 86-94. I tell you one thing, teams may not want to see this Wake Tech team. If they shoot like they did tonight in the Region 10 tournament, they shot the ball very well. Very, very well. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have a post-game show, the Stroke Strider Chevrolet post-game show with Coach Moore. And we'll talk to Coach Moore about the season with the Richard Bland Statesmen and what it means to him going into the region tournament. 25 wins this year, but going in as the number 2 overall seed, knowing that he wanted the number 1 seed, but nonetheless, Richard Bland will advance the postseason. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after these commercial breaks.
Know where to take them? Cavalli's Leather Shop and Shoe Repair, 3514 Oak Lawn Boulevard in Hopewell, is the place to go. Cavalli's features a complete line of motorcycle apparel, including vests, jackets, chaps, road packets, tool pouches, and gloves. Need a patch sewn on your biker's vest? Cavalli's is the place. They also carry Western boots and hats. That's Cavalli Shoe Repair and Leather Shop, 3514 Oak Lawn Boulevard in Hopewell, from 458-2016. Open 9 to 6 weekdays, 9 to 5 Saturday. For all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting, call Ingram & Associates Real Estate at 804-458-9873. This announcement brought to you by Delegate Riley Ingram, representing the 62nd District in Virginia's House of Delegates, consisting of Hopewell, Prince George, Chesterfield, and Henrico County. You may call Delegate Ingram on his direct phone at 804-
We play.
Stroh Snyder Chevrolet has an extensive inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. If you're looking for quality new or used trucks, Stroh Snyder features the rugged Tahoe as well as the popular Silverado 1500. Stroh Snyder offers a fantastic selection of vehicles under $15,000. Stop by Stroh Snyder Chevrolet today, 5200 Oak Lawn Boulevard near Fort Lee. Stroh Snyder has been in business since 1966.
Where do you turn when you need help with hardware? Well, I know where I go, and that's McKay's True Value Hardware in Hopewell. McKay's has the most extensive inventory in the hardware business since 1955. If it's heating, cooling, plumbing, painting, or electrical, McKay's has it at a very competitive price, including difficult-to-find items such as wood and machine screws, stainless steel nuts and bolts, washers, filters, and hoses. Bob McKay's superior knowledge and helpful staff have what you want when you need it the most. McKay's Hardware, 416 South 15th Avenue, 458-3241.
Hello, my name is Andy Clark, and I'm an agent with Ligon Jones Insurance Services in downtown Hopewell. I'm here to tell you that at Ligon Jones Insurance, we're dedicated to serving you. You've heard all the gimmicks and sales pitches from 800 number and online companies, and we can offer all the same options such as accident forgiveness, disappearing deductibles, 24-hour claim service, home and auto discounts, and much, much more. What we offer that they can't is local knowledge and experience, a broader selection of companies and coverages, and personal service. When you call, email, or stop by Ligon Jones Insurance, you will speak to Lucky, Sherry, or myself, and you will not have to press 1 for English or wait for the next available representative. We don't just sell insurance. We back it up with great customer service. At Ligon Jones Insurance Services, we have over 60 years experience. We all live in the Tri-Cities area, and we support many different local charities. From hot dog carts to hotels, we can cover it all. So if you want better pricing, better coverage, and better service, all from a company that gives back to the community, call Ligon Jones Insurance at 458-8522 or go to www.ligonjones.com.
At Owen Insurance Agency, you're not just another number to us. We're small enough to know you and large enough to meet your insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have many available options to get you the best rate. Through the Hartford, Grange Insurance, Northern Neck, Progressive Insurance, or Dairyland Motorcycle. We offer great auto rates for all drivers and excellent homeowners coverage. You can also receive discounts when you combine your auto and home policies with us. Call or visit to compare. Let us do the shopping for you. Owen Insurance, 507 North 4th Avenue, Hopewell, 458-9400. That's 458-9400.
Heretic Feed and Seed has been Hopewell's lawn and garden expert for over 70 years. They say, if it grows, we have it. We also sell and service Cub Cadet, Steel, Echo, Exmark power equipment. Heretic Feed and Seed is the place to go. They are the service center for the largest equipment dealers in the area. That's Heretic Feed and Seed for all your lawn and garden needs. Located at 417 South 15th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia, for all your lawn and garden needs.
This is Jeff Butler, pastor of Hopewell's Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, and I invite you to come visit us sometime. We're a church that not only worships together each Sunday morning at 11, but on Tuesday nights serve our members and those from the community by bowling together at the 15th Street Bowling Alley from 6:30 to 8:30. The first Saturday of each month, we offer a free breakfast starting at 8:30, and each Sunday, rotating between afternoons and evenings, we offer a youth program for middle schoolers and high schoolers. We also have a preschool for ages 3 and 4. We support missionaries in Haiti and Russia, regularly support the Super Kids ministry throughout the Tri-Cities, and the Big Brother and Big Sisters program here in Hopewell. We think that the most important thing that we can do in our life is to give back to the Lord for how graciously and generously He has loved us in Christ. As we love God with all of ourselves and our neighbor as ourselves, we see lives changing for Christ, youngsters becoming mentored, the community being strengthened, and the Tri-Cities becoming more hopeful, joyful, and peaceful in the midst of the chaos of the world. I invite you to come check us out, Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, 1201 Blackstone Avenue, right here in Hopewell.
Shoes need repairing? Don't know where to take them? Cavalli's Leather Shop and Shoe Repair, 3514 Oak Lawn Boulevard in Hopewell, is the place to go. Cavalli's features a complete line of motorcycle apparel, including vests, jackets, chaps, road packets, tool pouches, and gloves. Need a patch sewn on your biker's vest? Cavalli's is the place. They also carry Western boots and hats. That's Cavalli Shoe Repair and Leather Shop, 3514 Oak Lawn Boulevard in Hopewell, from 458-2016. Open 9 to 6 weekdays, 9 to 5 Saturday. For all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting, call Ingram & Associates Real Estate at 804-458-9873. This announcement brought to you by Delegate Riley Ingram, representing the 62nd District in Virginia's House of Delegates, consisting of Hopewell, Prince George, Chesterfield, and Henrico County. You may call Delegate Ingram on his direct phone at 804-452-2202. A number again for Ingram Associates, 458-9873.
It sure was great watching the U.S. archery team do so well in the Olympics.
It sure got me excited for archery season starting October the 1st.
Come by Dancy Sporting Goods and check out our huge selection of bows by Matthews and Elite.
And any accessories that you might need. Or just bring your bow in and have one of our archery techs tune it up and get you ready for your season.
Come on, get you some.
Dancy Sporting Goods at South Park Boulevard in Colonial Heights. Like us on Facebook or check us out online at dancysportinggoods.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Schroeder Chevrolet post-game show. As we sat here with Coach Moore as the Richard Bland Statesmen get a 94-86 win over the Wake Tech Eagles, who came into tonight contest shooting lights out. Coach, congratulations on the win.
We pulled it out, man. We pulled it out.
Yeah, you clawed your way back, point down from 11-point deficit, and you guys came back with the win, 8-point deficit. But, you know, this Wake Tech team is a dangerous team.
Well, we knew they were. I mean, we played them really early in the year, but we knew they had some shooters. I mean, they have ball players. I mean, it's unfortunate that, you know, they have a small roster because of some injuries. And, I mean, one of the better players even tore his ACL. I mean, they've had some bad luck lately. And that's why they only dressed 7. I mean, they're college ball players. And they played a heck of a game, and we let them get comfortable early in the second half or earlier in the first half. So they're shooting lights out with confidence.
Lights out with confidence, definitely, yeah. But you had a good game tonight by Jaquan Wooten, 42 points, 17 rebounds. Couldn't stop the big man down low.
No, I mean, he's got the size and skill sets. And that's what, you know, we preached that too. And thank God we got him the ball early, which got him comfortable and got him moving and doing what we needed to do. And, you know, I think there was a stretch in the first half where we weren't getting him the ball. And we had to emphasize that at halftime too. And, I mean, he's well-deserving. I mean, shoot, 18 for 22. But I'm proud. He's 6 for 9 from the line.
Yeah, 6 for 9 from the line. I was going to. You got my next point there that he keyed down stretch in the game, hitting the key free throws from the line. Where you had Wake Tech, who missed 8 consecutive free throws to allow you guys to come back into the game there, and then you were able to go down and hit the free throws with Javon Arrington hitting too late, DeAndre Clark shooting his way out of the trouble that he had early in the game contest and hitting 2 big free throws as well. And even Stanley Taylor stepped up tonight and got some good productive minutes in points for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's that's what makes us dangerous. It's just kind of the way we can spread our love and spread the work and all those things. So it's, you know, we look at the fact that you know, we have guys we can go to, and it's always when somebody's not playing very well, somebody else steps up, and that's what we're getting towards. And you know, guys are seeing it, and I think the first half really woke them up, and now they realize they can't start a game like that.
Yeah,
or we go home.
Can't go slow. It comes to the postseason now. You win or you go home. Speaking of guys, young guys have been great this year. Brandon Henry, will he be back for the postseason?
He will. Probably, maybe not for next weekend. We don't know about that. You know, hopefully we get to advance to the second round. We'll see if he's, you know, able to play next weekend.
You know, finish the second in the Region 10, Coach. We know that you wanted to be first in Region 10. You get a couple buys, then you come back next Sunday and play at 4 p.m. The next contest here on Fox Sports Radio 1340.
Yep. Next one is do or die go home, man. We gotta win some games in this tournament, one at a time. And right now we don't quite know who we're playing, but we are definitely playing the 7-10 seed and playing at 4 o'clock on Sunday, March 5th. But their games start at 10 o'clock, so it's a full day of
full day of the game, full day of the events here at Statesman Hall. So come down and watch basketball all day long, starting Saturday at 2 p.m. First game starts at 2 p.m. Second game is at 4 p.m. for Saturday for the first round. Coach, you know, before I let you go, I know you want to get to the guys. You have 6 sophomores. Season's not over yet. Just talk a little bit about the sophomores that you have and what they mean to this program.
You know, 5 of them are all returners, and Jalen was the new guy from Jersey, and he's really fit in, and they're the ones that established this year's culture. I mean, we have a culture in this program and expectations every year, and last year we kind of took a dip. We didn't have the right personnel in here that weren't buying into what we were doing, but those 5 guys that played last year that went and took their lickings, they really are showing that they're the leaders and they've bought in. They're doing what they're supposed to do, and that's why I'm proud of them. Man, I love coaching them. Jalen's fit right in, and I'm gonna miss this group because honestly, this This is one of my favorite teams I've ever coached, and a big reason is those sophomores.
Definitely, I've been able to see some of those sophomores grow up, and they've been some good players and been leaders in key situations in games. You can count on those sophomores to come through. Coach, I want to tell you thank you. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you next week.
I appreciate it. Yep. Hopefully, the Statesman crowd will be out, and don't want to scare anybody away, but we do have to charge for the conference tournament. So, so I know everybody's been coming that may be listening that's used to getting it free for the community service, but we got to charge for it. But I think it's going to be a great weekend of basketball.
Great weekend of basketball. You can hear it here on Fox Sports Radio 1340. Once again, I want to thank Coach Moore and the Richard Bland Statesman. Coach, 25 wins this year in the regular season, 16-2 overall. Congratulations.
Thank you. I got to thank my coaches and my players. They're the ones that got us here.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, Coach Moore of the Richard Bland Statesman. We'll catch you next weekend on Fox Sports Radio 1340, starting at 2 p.m. here, March 5th, Statesman Hall Region Tournament. We'll be here on Fox Sports Radio 1340. Richard Bland Statesman won't play until 4 p.m. on Game 4 on Sunday because they got the number 2 seed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining here on Fox Sports Radio 1340. Appreciate a great regular season for Statesman Hall. The season is not over yet. We're going to the playoffs where it's won and it's done. Here again, Glenn Thomas. I'm Glenn Thomas for Fred Wynn. Signing off. Richard Bland gets away with the win as they come back 94-86 over the Wake Tech Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to Statesman Basketball here on Fox Sports Radio 1340.
Aware of Heritage Custom Cabinets located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. Heritage Custom Cabinets designs and builds the cabinets you desire at a price you can afford. They have a custom selection showroom to explore the way you want your cabinets made. When designing cabinets, Mimi will walk you through every detail, from the colors to the countertops to the perfect stone backsplash. She loves to design and build quality cabinets just for you. Heritage Custom Cabinets is located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. The main number is 861-5251. That number again is 861-5251. Call Heritage Custom Cabinets today to get started with your fantastic kitchen.
This is Jerry Williams, Hopewell High School class of 1964 and president of the John Randolph Foundation. John Randolph Foundation partners with local communities and organizations in Hopewell, Prince George, and the surrounding areas to support good health and bright futures. Through our grants and scholarships, we fund programs that make your neighbors' lives better. Visit us on Facebook to learn more. John Randolph Foundation, healthy communities, bright futures.
We play physical.
You're listening to Hopewell High School Sports on Fox Sports Radio 1340 AM. Hopewell High School Sports.
I love it here.